1, 2, chuffy, chuffy, 1, 2. I've pressed start streaming, so now we are live. That's the way that rolls. Full control. Solid turbo. Roll, goal, flow. Here I am, there's me on the old little monitor. Start streaming, so now we are live. And yes, I'm in sync. I'm going to do this. Now, I don't expect anyone to be here. Don't expect anyone to know this is about to happen. But, well, hey, celebrate good times. Come on. Kind of dull, depressing music in the background from One Night Stand. So we'll just turn that down for a minute there. That guitar music's from One Night Stand. But we should actually have something to we've got to celebrate music, shouldn't we? Let's get YouTube and let's put celebration. Well, you can't have just any old music because it's copyright. All right, I'll just have relaxing Legend of Zelda music like always then, fine. All right, I'll have an advert for Raid Shadow Legends instead. I'm not getting paid by Raid Shadow Legends, so I don't think they should be advertising on my stream. Right, fine. Fine. That's more like it. Ladies, gentlemen, people of non-specific gender. We should revise that, we just say people. But ladies and gentlemen has some sort of like meter and time to it, doesn't it? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ladies and gentlemen. So we need people and people of people and people and people. So what I'm basically saying is we've hit 100 subs, hooray. And the 100th sub, oh, but I can't see the comment now. Sam Willett, 100th sub. I don't have any sort of this isn't like a supermarket opening. Like there's no like balloons and you're not going to get anything for being the 100th sub. But thank you. Thank you, thank you. Of course, thank you to people, every sub. You're all the 100th sub. You're all important. You're all important to me. And a big special thanks, though. A big special thanks to the people who have been following the things I've been making for years. Not just the people who contribute financially, but anyone who's been following anything I've been making for years. That goes... There we go, Kokiri Woods, that's right. That's right, the Kokiri Forest, that's right. So anyone who's been following me, anyone who knows that I'm talking to them because I've said that, big thanks to you. And if you're new, thanks to you too. It's just thanks all round here. Why have I painted my face white? I'm the Grave Kipper. I'm the Grave Kipper. Where's my name? It says Grave Kipper. Where's that? Notes. Is it this one? I used to have a thing that said Grave Kipper on it. Is it this one? No, not that one. Is it this one? No, not that one. The stream's fixed. There's another thing to tell you about. I used to have a thing that said Grave Kipper. There, Grave Kipper. Boom. I'm Grave Kipper. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm Grave Kipper. I'm Ganji Kid. This is my stream. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear. And this is your left ear. So there, both your ears checked. Now you've had your hearing checked. Well, I'm excited. Well, let me tell you a story all about how my life got turned upside down. I went up on the Oscars and slapped this guy because he was saying this thing about my wife. And she's been pegging me for years and keeping me locked in the kitchen. It's worse. I have it worse than Johnny Depp. What are you talking about, Johnny Depp? Wait, I'm wearing Johnny Depp today. He's on here. He's on here. There's Johnny Depp. There he is. There's Johnny Depp. And this one, that can be Amber Heard. Separated now. Separated. It's not Amber Heard. She's out of Edward Scissorhands, but he's on here twice, Johnny Depp. These are Tim Burton characters on the old Hooder. Saw that. I thought I like that. I like Tim Burton. Snazzy, isn't it? It's a bit jazzy. A bit like I like the loading screens. A bit jazzy. I don't wear it out often because it's a bit too jazzy, to be honest, for me to be wearing out often. But I thought I'd wear it today because it's party time. And someone else left a lovely comment on one of my videos to tell me that I was dressing age inappropriately. So in the future I might have to start dressing more age appropriately. So just today's celebration day, so age inappropriate. But in the future I might have to start wearing Marks and Spencer blazers and cardigans and maybe things with more buttons than I'm used to. Maybe even a tie. I've been told in the comments I have to be more age appropriate. And why is someone telling me that in the comments? Why is someone telling me that in the comments? Well, the only reason I've been able to read the comments, I'll tell you this, the only reason I've been able to read the comments is, the internet was all choppy on our last broadcast. This is what's been going on. This is what's been going on. So our channel took off. The Ganji Kid stream took a little takeoff, took a little... Let's have a look at our channel. We like looking at our own channel here. There's the channel. I need to change the top header now to say 100 subscribers. We've been doing... I play games on Twitch of a weekend mainly. I upload the streams to Ganji Kid Stream. I've been uploading on YouTube in the weekdays, talking about chuff and stuff. And we've been doing the Tartaria conspiracy theory thing, talking about that for the last couple of weeks, looking at these conspiracy theories. It's led us down a bit of a rabbit hole, but not the rabbit hole you'd expect. Not the rabbit hole you'd expect. One of the big cheeses in the conspiracy theory world, in the UK, Martin Leaker, he's been having some trouble. Because the other cheeses, the smaller cheeses, and maybe one of the other shadow big cheeses, they've been conspiring against him. They hate him now. Made videos to say what a bastard he is. And the one woman who's made this video, her video is not a very honest testimony, in my opinion. I've done a lot of looking into it, and I really don't get a good vibe from her. We're going to finish her body language breakdown maybe tomorrow, I think. Maybe tomorrow. I feel like... today, it's like 18:22 in the evening. I'm not going to start getting all wound up about some liar on the internet now. So we're party stream today, so I'm not doing Jade today, but I'll do it tomorrow. I need to do it this weekend. And there's been more to that. She's released a written statement now, because she knows that we're watching the videos and we're going to rip her apart on the body language. So written statement now, and it's directing us to somebody else who's made a video. And I saw this, the sound man from the conference they did, he's piped in with his little video. Of course, Martin went on the internet to say he didn't do a very good job. So now he's piped in with his little video. You can imagine what he's got to say. They're ganging up on Martin. She's using this as an opportunity to leverage. Oh, look, by the way, look, here's somebody else who's on my side. They gang up on people. She likes to gang up on people. So the minute she's seen that somebody else is sharing her view, she's linked the video. But she hasn't linked my video where I rip her to pieces. Strange. And she's gathering a little group of followers or whatever to be... She accuses Martin of being predatory. And then it's funny because she's being the predator right now. So we're going to look at that, though. We're going to look at that tomorrow. I don't want to get into that now. That's all hokum bokum and girl at school being bullying someone else and mean girls. It's all mean girls and people tearing into each other for their viewers, so they can get their viewers and their money. I want your viewers. They've got more money. It's all a bit grubby. It's all a bit grubby. So we're not looking into that too deeply right now. But that is the reason that our videos about conspiracy theorists, the videos we've been doing, the live streams, they took off. Look, Martin keep falling down, 600 views. Jade, 400 views. So these have picked up the views. Now, that should have made me feel happy, shouldn't it? That should have made me feel happy. No. Two reasons. One, I don't really want to be big drama channel. I'm not doing major drama all the time. I'm not going to be like dipping into the drama pot all the time. That's not where I am. Just dealing with these things as they present in front of me, week by week. Just dealing with these things. I feel like I've got to throw in a bit of an adult voice, a bit of a grown-up voice to stop these kids from squabbling. Although one of them has been quite nasty. But throwing my voice in there, throwing my little hat in the ring, bit of fun. And lo and behold, what happened was I was doing a body language live stream and it was really choppy. So you can't review someone's body language if the people can't see them moving and doing the body language. We recorded that stream and I've got to do the second half, and then I'm going to edit out all the chuff, put it up as one big Jade's body language video, all without choppiness. You know, I've recorded it on the hard drive while we streamed, so I've got that. I couldn't upload it until we got the internet fixed. That's why it was choppy. Today they came. The Virgin Media came, and boy did they come. They came in bucket loads. No, they came just two fellas with tools. Anyway, what they did was they came in. I showed them this, the room from which we stream, and I said, "This is my streaming room. Do I really have to go over there and plug it in over there in the other room? Can't we? Is it really? Oh, is it gonna? Please don't tell me that it's just, you know, your Wi-Fi doesn't reach. Don't tell me that." And they looked at the router in the other room. They looked at my stream. I ran the stream, and they said, "Don't worry, son. We'll sort this out. You sit yourself right there. We'll sort this." They didn't talk like that. They just talk like normal. They're probably younger than me, so I don't know why they called me son. No one called anyone son. I offered them a cup of tea. So anyway, look, they did the job. They were in, they were out, they fixed that bugger up. We are pumping kilobytes now. My kilobytes are big pumpers. big pumpers. All this time we've been streaming. Bear in mind, it's never been as bad as it was the last couple of weeks, but all this time we've been streaming, we've been using the Virgin Media, we haven't had the big pumper. We've had some crappy wires or something, I don't know, they ripped it, just pulled the thing apart, out the wires came, right, get the van, get these other wires, plug that, check it with the Geiger counter, radiation off the charts, that's what we want, big pumper. Now I've got the big pumping Wi-Fi that we were supposed to have for thing is, I'm not complaining, but it turns out I was supposed to be having twice the speed. I've now got twice the speed I'm used to. So for me, it's like brilliant. I've got twice the speed. Big pumper. But for the... when I'm thinking about it, I've been paying them all this time. And we've been having half speed. So shouldn't we get money off? Now that I just thought about it. Now, because I've been accepting what we got, just grateful. You know, please sir, can I have some more? No, alright. It's have to be a bit of a jerky choppy stream today then, won't it? But no, it never has to be a jerky choppy stream again. And one further thing, thank you for your tippies. I'll get back onto these comments in a second, because someone else said in one of the comments, they said, oh, it was on Twitter, I'm a shill. I've made it into the ranks of paid shill, because we entered into the world of conspiracy theory and talked about some stuff, and now I'm paid shill. But I don't think they realise that the only people who pay me are your donations and tippies. We're working up to the point where we can build this media product. The room is slightly changed today. There's movement on the computer. Like, now the Wi-Fi is absolutely rock solid and I know what's what. There's movement on we're moving forward to this point where we're going to create a media product that is worth sponsoring and gathers enough, you know, like a little podcast. Nothing major. Don't want to enter the podcast wars. Just, you know, a sort of monthly decent media product that we can all say that's decent, and maybe a sponsor might say, look, here's a little bit of money for you to eat month to month, and I can stop then worrying about donations and tippies, and that just becomes a bonus. And you know, you've been so great, I'm so grateful, you've been so what's the word, generous, and I spread that on today when those Virgin Media men did a really good job. They could have been women, I'm not being sexist, they could have been non-binary, I don't know. I just assumed by their haircuts, their clothing, the way they talked, and frankly, the smell. No, they didn't smell, they were fine. Lovely chaps. Or they could have been women. Right, anyway, look, the point is, I'm trying to be politically correct here, and thanks to you and your generosity, I bought this. And that's an Ethernet cable, right? It's not expensive. It's not very expensive, but that's an Ethernet cable, and it will go from here all the way into that other room. And if anything happens, I just plug her straight into the pumper box. Big pumper! And it pumps down that wire, and then we've got the internet. So I haven't got any excuses now. There's no more excuses at my end. The internet is pumping. It's higher kilobytes than I've ever seen it before. At one point, when the fellas were here, it went up over 6,000. And I actually made a funny noise. I went, whoa! Like that, and you know, because they're tough workmen, aren't they? So I was trying to keep my a cup of tea. Did you see how the football was kicked today? Fighting. I don't know. Breast. Big pendulous breast. No. Anyway, look. The tried to be a bit of a, but I made that noise. Because they went over. And I said it went over 6,000. It's never done that before. Clocking a clean 4,600 easy, 5,000 now. Never gonna have to worry about that again. Please, Jesus, thank you. So whilst I was on Amazon buying that wire, I also saw this, which is white face paint. When I say saw it, I had to look for it and search for it. So I don't think this happened by accident. But I thought I'll get that so that I can do a little bit of a goth. I'll get that so I can do a little bit of a goth. What do you call it? Like cosplay, dressing up. Bit of a goth, bit of fun. For a bit of fun, bit goth, bit vampy goth. Got that. And then obviously it arrived. I opened up the thing, the Amazon thing, and got the wire out. I'm not going to unravel the wire and plug it in, so I don't know what compelled me to put this on my face. But for some reason I got it and I opened it up and I went, oh, dab, pushed it on my face like that. Okay, that's how it works. Oh no, now I've done half my face, I have to do the rest of it. Now I've done the whole of it and we're on stream. So it could have been, right, and it could in the future be some sort of goal target thing. Oh wait, I haven't got chat. Wait, I haven't even been looking at chat. Martin's removed his damage. Oh, he's removed his damage control video. But thankfully we recorded the whole chuffing thing when we did our review of it, so we can look back and review our review, even if the video is gone. And he can't make me take that down because it was in the public domain and I've done a proper fair use on it. So and I would say one of the other aspects of that, though, we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into that. Will we or not? We'll cover whatever. I'll cover. Sorry, I'm late to your comment. I just brought it up on screen then because I was chatting away. I do think Martin is, trying to manipulate people for money. I do think that Martin is trying to manipulate his audience to give him money for these funny ideas. Absolutely. But I don't think he was trying to manipulate Jade. I don't think he was trying to be mean to Jade. I think he might have got overprotective at one point, and also I think he might have got his feelings hurt when she might have led him up the garden path and then he's seen her off with other fellas and he got a bit jealous. I think that's a bit mean, to be a bit jealous, but I don't think he did anything horrific. He didn't put his hands on her. He didn't make her do anything. Didn't hurt her in any way. So, I don't really think, I think they're being over the top mean to him. I think she's leveraging it and using it to kind of gather his audience and make them hate campaign, witch hunt. I've seen it on YouTube a million times with these communities. Witch hunt, hate campaign, he said, she said, schoolgirl, mean girls. So yeah, Martin's grubby, but live by the sword, die by the sword, I guess. But I do feel sorry for him because he's coming off worse in this battle of public perception. And that's all it really is. He hasn't actually done a crime. He hasn't actually done anything that anyone can hold him up to. They can't take him to small claims court for this money because they didn't make any sort of proper business. It was just all he said, she, all done on a handshake. And I think he's got screwed as well, frankly. We'll find out more tomorrow because I'm not going to dig into it too much tonight, but it is interesting, isn't it? So yeah, grubby's definitely the word. Yeah. And removing the video, I think, was a good idea. I don't need to put the chat on the window on here, but I'm going to anyway, because let me just put chat window, and it is Firefox. Should be a chat window for Firefox. No? That one? Yeah. Okay. I don't need to put this up on the screen though, because frankly, it's recorded forever on the YouTube, isn't it? So I'm just going to turn that off for now because it's on YouTube. But I am talking to chat to Scott, which is my name. So that's like that'll do my brain in, Scott. That's my name. So now I can't. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to talk to somebody with the same name as me? I think I'm talking to myself. I'll get confused. I don't mean Martin is grubby. I mean, yeah, the whole situation. Yeah, I agree. The whole situation. It's degenerated. What's the sad thing about it is these people are supposed to be sharing the same message or whatever, but actually it's degenerated into backbiting and catfighting. And the real, you notice that it didn't used to happen so often, but Jade's got himself involved and all of a sudden it's kicked off. So and Jade doesn't have any other friends in her normal life that I've been introduced to or can ascertain that she has, because she keeps saying she hasn't got anywhere to stay and no friends to help her. So I wonder what's happened in her 30 years that's left her in that position. Whoa, don't start with all this, Scotty Hottie. I'm supposed to be having a chill out. So anyway, I painted my face because this came in the mail. Now what I could have done is said, you're supposed to, on stream, you're supposed to have targets. You're supposed to say like, if you donate 50 quid today, then I'll paint my face. And then if you donate 100 quid, I'll go around the neighbour's house and demand that they take my dog for a walk. Or, if you donate £200, I'll crash my car through the neighbour's garage. And if you donate £500, then I'll jump off the roof. None of those things are good. Don't do any of those things at home. None of those things are good suggestions. Apart from the paint in the face, that's all right, a bit of fun. Well, I've blown it because I've put it on before I started the chuffing stream just to see what it looked like. And also, once this shit's on your face, how does that come off? I'm not skilled in this dark art of changing what you look like with paints. Am I? I don't paint my face to change what I look like. Not just girls these days. You don't have to be female to do that. I'm not going to be sexist and say that's a girly thing. I'm just going to say other people do it, not me. And, good on them if they want to change how they look with makeup. But I've never. So, I've done a little when I was 16. Didn't get addicted though. So, anyway, look. I've done that now. So, there's no tippy goal. There's none of that. It's just I painted my face and I've got to live like this until I have a shower. And I feel a bit stupid, but it's done. So I'm the grave kipper, but I'm not full goth today, am I? I'm not dressed up full goth. We're not playing a game that's sort of gothic grave related, so it doesn't really make sense. And I'm not following up. This is the other thing, right? So the YouTube was choppy. The stream was choppy, wasn't it? we did this body language and the stream was choppy, and these videos have got all the views. And I've thought, oh God, to myself, secretly, quietly at home, this week I've got more people watching my channel than ever before, and the quality of the stream is at its absolute bottom, low, degenerate worst. I've even said to the people at Virgin Media, oh, I've got more people watching my stream than ever before, and the quality has been at the degenerate worst. Like Amber Heard. But I said, look on the bright side. Right? If that's their first impression of you, when they come back, they'll think, wow, this is even better. If they come back. They're not going to come back. If you go in a restaurant and the food's shit, you don't say, well, give them credit. You know, the internet wasn't working, the cooker wasn't working this week, so give them credit. You don't do that, do you? You just say, fucking, I hate this, take it away, and I'm going somewhere else. So I hope I haven't ruined my channel, but you've got to take the rough with the smooth. In this case, you've got to take, you know, the highs and the lows. This is part of mental health, top tip. Let's not get all wowy and blowing too many trumpets just because I got some views on some videos. Chuff off your sailboat. It's a sailboat song. Chuff off. Let's have something more relaxing, please, than the sailboat song. Thank you. Let's not get excited about 1,000 views. In the same way as I'm not going to get crying over a bit of a choppy stream. We're just going to roll with the punches, move forward every time. The next step for our stream is a big computer that's going to sit over there, and it's going to be a pumper. Yeah, it's going to be a pumper. And in that, I'm going to have one of those HDMI 4 gang Elgato 4 plug 4-way, one in every hole. Like, we're gonna have one of those big pumping capture card things, and I'm gonna be able to run the camera. I'll be able to get a second camera. It'll be HD. It'll all be HD. That's another step from really not too far away now. We're not too far. The money's banked. The investigation has begun. There are other things that have happened that I'm not even going to start talking about on stream. But there are other things that have happened that have pushed it even closer. So we are so close now that it might even be a sort of week or 2 weeks away. So look out for that, the HD upgrade. And my old poor computer, which is a 2014... Is it 2014 or 2004? I think it's a 2014 old computer. The poor bugger will just get moved to a different room where I'm going to edit on it, nice quietly. And I can also have a second streaming room, sort of. Although, you know, no one wants to stream from the toilet, do they? You don't get that many rooms in a house. You have to make do, like, no one's sitting in there all the time. It's got its chair built in, hasn't it? The toilet. It's got its chair built in. I might as well use it. Might as well use it. They didn't put electric plugs in there because they don't want you using your computer in the bathroom. But come on. It's already got a seat plumbed in. Plumbed in. Plumbed in. 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm not throwing any stones in there. I'm not bringing any birds in there. Would you like to see my office? It looks remarkably like a bathroom. I know, it is the bathroom. I just bring the laptop and sit on the side. Sweat in the shower though. Hey, whoa, Grammarly, whoa! Get off. I wasn't bullied all those years at school by the teachers just to have Grammarly say that you can pay your way out of that. No thanks, I had to do spelling tests and all that. No thanks. So there we go. Right, I'm just going to pause this for a second because in the spirit of celebration, what we're doing today is we're playing a game called One Night Stand. It's a small indie game and it's about one night stands. During this conversation, during the playing the game, I might mention some sexual indiscretions that I've been through. It might come up. It might. I might be very careful to like not say everything that's in the old noggin. Because this is a YouTube show and it's supposed to be family friendly. Well, at least it's supposed to not be fucking horrible stuff that goes on in your noggin. Alright, Jade, fucking hell. Amber, don't accuse me of stuff that goes on in my head, because you don't know what goes on in my head, Amber. You can't just make things up and say, oh, that's what he was thinking, that's how he is. That's his motivation and intention. Oh, no, you can't, it seems. You can see inside my head. Alright, Jade, leave me alone. Alright, Amber. So we're going to do the one night stand. I've had a few. And I'll try not to be too crude or horrible when talking about them. But I might bring up a few funny stories. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the game yet. Right, back on with the Zelda music. He's still chuffing. But I did want to show you this, which is just in celebration. It's a video that I really enjoy. And I watch it sometimes, right? I watch it sometimes to cheer me up. So it's a video I enjoy, and I watch it sometimes to cheer me up. And I thought we could share this on the old internet. I mean, it is on the internet, so I'm not sharing it. It's somebody else's video that they've shared. But in the the spirit of sharing. Why can't I make it bigger? Come on now, keyboard. Look, I've just said about the computer, so keyboard won't even turn on now. Keyboard. There you go. There you go. This video is called Girl Scout Cookies. It's not what you think, though. It's not. I found it because I was searching for Girl Scout cookies, not the biscuits. We should not talk about that. But I found this, and it's really nice and enjoyable. So we'll all watch this, and we'll all have a nice time watching this.
Hi! Today I am selling Girl Scout cookies. And so far, my grandma has donated this money and at her office, and sorry, I like this. I already sold 60 boxes. What? It's so cool. I usually sell like 10 boxes, but I sold 60. Ow!
Isn't it better because she goes, ow, Mom? Doesn't that make it better, the way she screams? I'm not reveling in someone else's discontent here. It's only a child bumped their head, bear in mind. I'm not being mean, but come on.
But I sold 60. Ow!
Do you remember You've Been Framed? You've Been Framed's ruined now, isn't it? Now that we've got the internet. You've Been Framed. I wonder if You've Been Framed still exists. I wonder if they have a YouTube, because, oh my God, now I've just realised You've Been Framed could be the biggest ever thing, couldn't it? It could be the biggest thing on the internet, simply because it just was this rubbish.
When I was a student,
Hang on, not you, Grammarly. Back in the day, when I was a kid, right, when we had VHS cassettes, there used to be this TV show.
Broken jump.
Not this one. Not with Harry Hill, but with someone else. Not with Lisa Riley. Lisa bloody Riley. But with, who was You've Been Framed? Was it Jeremy Beadle? There he is! There he is! Brilliant. We'll watch this. I said we were going to... I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on there. Hang on. Brilliant, we'll watch this. What's going on? It's all snogging. I said that we'd... miss some memorable... Oh, it's their snogging. They missed the film. I get it. It's an old advert. I don't remember that advert. So what used to happen is on the telly, right? You'd have the telly and you'd also have video cassettes. I'm not even going to bother explaining them. Imagine, like, USB drives, but just for one film. That you had to have your own box to play them, like a special computer that played individual... Imagine cartridges for video games, but it's videos on them. It's where the word video... Look, forget it. So you used to have these videos, right? And then you record them at home on your camcorder. Imagine your phone, you're recording videos. You know this the drill. And instead of funny shit happening and you put it on YouTube, you used to send it to this fella with the beard on telly. Send it to this fella, and he would send you like 500, 200, 1,000. You know, he could have sent you loads of money. I don't know how much money. Don't know how much money, frankly. So it was some in the region of the hundreds, and he'll tell you on the show. So we're going to watch this now, but before we watch it, someone has graciously included the adverts. So although I hate adverts, I love them when they're over 10 years old. All of a sudden, once you become nostalgic, it's better.
Citizens, I bring you good news. Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre now has a more banana-y taste.
I don't remember this one.
Bigger nutty bits. And it's far fruitier and tastier than ever.
That's not right. Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre was there. Tasty, very, very tasty. They're very no, that's something else. Oh God, now my brain's starting to cross-wire itself.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre.
Don't worry about this.
Difference now.
You probably can't even buy that anymore, so don't worry about that.
And after 2 hours, up she goes.
Good.
Thanks for getting me through it.
Oh, it's been nice.
Cellnet has reduced the cost of running a mobile phone by up to 30%.
Mobile phones?
Al?
So you can call
This can't be that.
You still got time to talk?
as often as you like.
Can't be that old, can it? Cellnet, look, Cellnet. Do you remember them?
I never know what I'll be hungry for from one day to the next.
Who's
Will
that?
it be romance? Adventure?
That's what the telly used to be like. Before your Netflix, right? Before all your Netflix rubbish. Things blowing up, people snogging, all sorts. Before all your Netflix rubbish. What have you got now? What have you got now? All your Netflix... That's what the telly used to be like. It was that Mel Gibson fella blowing things up and snogging them.
Money. Or to be one of life's high flyers. You'll find it all tonight at 9:15 in Lethal Weapon 2. Lethal
Weapon 2. And it was on your telly. And it was on your telly. Everyone watched that. Did you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm getting old trying to explain the VHS. That's it does. I do it. I tried to make an explanation, but I don't think it's very clear, is it? I don't think there is a clear explanation for young people. I mean, what would you? How would you? They were like. Is there anything? They don't even like cassette on a piece of ribbon, like a piece of ribbon, but a long one on a reel. Like, what are you on about? It all went on my phone. It all went on your phone. It was like your phone. But you could only use it... Well, you could use it multiple... That's not... Look, Lethal Weapon was on the telly, and we'd all watch that. Do you remember those days where Lethal Weapon's on tonight at 9? Oh, brilliant. We're all watching that. And then you go into school or work the next day. Probably school. Then you go in the next day, and then you're like, so did you see Lethal Weapon? Yes, I did. We all saw that. What did you think of it? It was good. Like, no one's going to be like, you know, these days, you go into school, did you see what I saw on the telly? No, because I just watched what I chose to watch. Shut up and don't talk to me. All right, the old days were better.
On Meridian.
This isn't even that old, is it? What's Meridian? I don't think, maybe Meridian's a place, because we used to, you weren't in America, you won't understand this. Oh, you will, you've got regional television, haven't you, in America? It's like that, but smaller regions. There you go. Straight into the action. No fucking about, straight into the action. There you go. Child hurting himself. Mainstream. Mainline, this would have been on at like 6 to 7, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Like big time, prime time telly this was. This is even quite a modern one. Because you've got the computer graphics. I don't remember it with all the computer graphics. You think all those people are laughing, and I bet you think, oh, that's rubbish, isn't it? Well, rubbish, putting all that canned laughter on. Well, wait till you see this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Beadle!
Look at the set. It revolves. There's a chuffing great big audience. All they're going to do is show you YouTube clips. Like these days, all this content would just be YouTube clips. All of it. You've Been Framed is going to make a primetime TV show out of it. And they've got a presenter and all this, the budget, and they've got the audience. And they're all there packed in, ready to see the videos of things that funny that happened that people sent in.
Hi, good evening, and a very warm welcome to You've Been Framed.
There he is, old Beadle. He was a TV giant. A giant of television entertainment. Everyone knew Jeremy Beadle when I was growing up.
Have we got a fun-packed camcorder-tastic show for you tonight?
Like, no one really used to question him, like charisma or any of that. These days, you'd need to be a bit taller, a bit better looking, wouldn't you? You'd need to be a bit better looking, have a better speaking voice. Nah, Jeremy Beadle was on with his squeaky, short and funny. Yeah.
How do you know? You haven't seen it yet. But of course you're right. We fill every show with excitement, laughter, and your wonderful clips. Tonight, we've got birthday breakdowns, gymnastic goofs, and a farcical fairy tale. It's our usual slice of life, and here's a little taster.
And here we go. See, like, he's going to talk, and then he's going to show you the videos. These days, you wouldn't have all that talking shit, would you? You'd just be like, just watching some YouTube clips. It's weird, isn't it? How did they make this into primetime telly? And everyone watched this. I tell you what, you wouldn't get me in one of those. Didn't see that coming.
Come on, Lester. The caballo. Come on, Lester. Come on, you know the first. Come on, Lester. Come on.
Wait, That looks like one of those stage hypnotist shows. You know when you go on holiday? This is how we've got so much in common, right? Game for a laugh, yeah, I do. I bet we've all had this experience of going on holiday to somewhere like either like hot or even like Butlins but maybe somewhere hot, and you go on a like package tour holiday thing, yeah, and like you go, maybe we haven't all had this experience, I don't know, but you go on like a package tour holiday, so you get there and you get on the this is my favourite bit of the holiday, we used to do this as kids, is you get there, right, this looks like they're on this sort of holiday, you see, you get there and because it's package tour, we'll get on to one night stand in a minute, you get there and you get off the plane and they're like, right, onto the bus, and you get allocated. And you're like, ooh, I hope we're going somewhere nice. It's like 4 in the fucking morning, bear in mind. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning because your flights have to be at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because they're cheap, aren't they? So you arrive off this bus and you go, ooh, when you get off the plane, ooh, isn't it hot? Isn't it hot? I didn't expect it to be this hot. And then you get in the taxi. Your taxi's nice and cool. Or no, you don't have a taxi, do you? Bus. You're on the bus. The bus is hot. And they allocate you and you've got a clipboard. And you go around these places and like dropping people off and you're looking at the hotels thinking, oh, is that a nice one? Well, I hope this is my one. That sort of thing. Those sort of holidays. And in your hotel, you have entertainment. You don't have to just... You know, you don't have to think for yourself around here. It's all laid on for you. It's in the hotel, you've got entertainment, and it will be like one night will be like poker night, one night will be like racing night where they put horse races on the telly and you pretend or whatever. And one night it might be a hypnotist. It's not everywhere that does this, but quite often you find a hypnotist. One time we had to walk to a neighbouring hotel to see the hypnotist. But what would happen is they'd get these chuffers up. You'd have the hypnotist on the stage and he'd say to everyone, right, so hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so-and-so and I'm doing the hypnotism and what have you. And you do a thing where usually it's this with your hands. Put your hands together and, oh, they're locked. Oh, it's like glue. Oh, it's like glue. Oh, it's like, hello, Jade. Hello, Jade. It's like glue, innit? Oh, like glue in there. Get my hands in there. It's like glue. What do you mean it's like glue, Jade? Oh, don't you get that stuck in there? You're stuck. All right, Jade. Hello. You thought I was celebrating 100 subs with a one night stand. Yes, it is a game. Yes, it is a game. No, I'm not having sex with a stranger on stream, and nor will I ever be having sex with a stranger on stream. Saying it now, never say never. Never say never. You know, but I'm not compelled to attempt to even attempt it. No, but yeah, a game, and I'm telling my chuffing. And yes, 100 subscribers, and thank you for being like, you know, big time supporter of the stream. And the other thing I wanted to say, the Virgin Media came, the internet came and fixed the internet. The internet people came and wired that chuffer up, big pumper. Now I've got big pumping internet. Never going to be problematic again. Painted myself white in the face with the face paint like Gravekipper to celebrate, and here we are. And of course I'm doing massive chuffing. So the hypnotist, they do this with your hands, and the idea is, it's if anyone gets their hands locked together like glue, it's like glue in there, hello Jade. If you get that, I might accidentally forget to turn on stream someday, yes, but I won't accidentally go out and manage to have sex with a stranger, will I? Unannounced. In my youth, bear in mind, we might pull out some stories when this game gets going. Oh, maybe. Oh, I have. Oh, who are you? Can I have my shoes? I'll just go. You know, I've had a few of them. So, do you need £10 for the taxi? Yeah, I've had a couple of them. So I don't really want to get into that though. So anyway, the hypnotist, he glues the hands together and he says it to everyone, and then he's like, pull your hands apart then, and most of us go, oh, my hands are apart, but some of them, oh, my hands are stuck together, hang on, and they go up and he says to them, right, you're up on, do you want to do this, sit on the front? And they do the hypnotist show. Yeah, they're up there, hypnotist show. He tells them, eat an onion. Have a go on an onion. This lad's been told to ride a horse. Thinks it's a horse, thinks the chair's a horse. That's my reading on that. But what's interesting, I don't know why I've brought this up, but what's interesting, and it will be interesting when I finally get there, is that there's no scientific evidence to prove, and get this will blow your mind, there's no scientific evidence to prove that the trance state actually exists. There's no sign that you can't. Well, I mean, until we get Neuralink and read until we get Neuralink in our brains, and I don't want Neuralink if it means we have to drill brains into. Elon Musk has drilled a pig's brain and put a computer in it, and he's drilled a monkey brain and put a computer in it, and that's not very nice for the pig or the monkey. So I don't think Elon Musk is being very nice. But you know, when we get our computer chip in our brain, that reads our thoughts so they can advertise direct into my brain, which I'm not looking forward to. I don't want one. No thanks. I won't have to have one. I'll be like the old people who can't work the phones, you know. Oh, I can't work that fangled thing in my brain. Of course you can, Grandad. All you have to do is think, oh, what am I trying to think of? Well, it won't work with my brain, will it? Because, you know, I'm thinking about this and I'm supposed to be thinking about that. So anyway, the hypnotist, there's no evidence. There are some theories, some people, even Darren Brown himself, big master hypnotist that he is, actually forwards some conjecture that these people might be in some kind of state of cooperation as well as hypnosis, as trance, as hallucination, and that because they're on stage and everyone's looking at them and the show, some of them, maybe if there's 10 of them, two or three statistically might just be playing along and didn't want to say, no, I'm not really hypnotized. Some of them might just play along, and that's a weird feature of human nature. I'm still pink around the eyes. Yeah, I'm not going to rub it in my eyes. Jesus, are you mad? What? I've seen the people that put the makeup on. It's not just ladies these days. It's boys as well. So I've seen the people that put the makeup on. They put it right near their eye. They're going right close to the eye with that pencil. They've got the bog brush thing, the black bog brush thing that does your eyelashes, the little bog brush, the mini bog brush. They've got that right near their eye. What, are you mad? That's your eye. No, even if I had to put makeup, my eyes would have to stay au natural. Apart from, put a little bit of dark kohl and do that, like that. A bit of panda eyes for the old Gravekipper. Apart from that, that's your eye. Are you mad? That's your eye. Just rub it on your face like that. Rub it on your face. Don't really... my eye. Ow! It's my eye. So yeah, the reason I got onto that was that these people are being hypnotised, I think, because he's doing weird stuff. And if you do get hypnotised ever, it'd be interesting to... I've done a trance myself. I've been hypnotised through online videos, and sometimes they've really worked, and I've really felt like I've been seeing things in my mind's eye. And other times they just haven't really knocked me off. So I don't know. Maybe some of these people have just been playing along. That's the theory anyway, at least a couple of them. I thought, oh, good, Scott went out today. It was sunscreen. I did go outside today. We went out. It's been sunny. Oh, there's another funny story that you'll like. Do you want to hear another funny story that you'll like? My friend broke her ankle. She did, though. She broke her ankle yesterday. She phoned up my sister, who phoned up me because I'm around the corner. And I've run around there with my mum, and she's lying on the floor. Cried. I was like, don't move the ankle, we'll keep it, we'll put some ice on it, we'll just like put a little cushion underneath it, do not move your foot. I called the ambulance. 5 hours for an ambulance for a broken ankle. So in the end we did move the ankle and we got her in the car, and my sister drove her to the hospital, and it was 2.5 to 3 hours at the hospital, and then she's got a broken ankle leg cast. So I've been around today to sit in the garden with her, really, just so that she don't feel bad. And obviously that's going to be base camp for the next 6 weeks, isn't it? Because we're popping around to help her do things. She's on crutches. She's being a real trooper. She's on crutches, so she's got the crutches. But I think like we'll just keep checking on her and just keep, I think we should keep checking on her. So I was around there today, and yeah, she broke her ankle. I'm laughing. It's not funny for her, but it is funny, isn't it? It is funny. I don't know why it's funny. It's in the same vein as this stuff, isn't it? Big celebration today. Big same vein as this. We somehow got onto Open Frames. And why do we find this shit funny? Other people hurting themselves. I suppose it's not... If they really hurt themselves, if this person fell over and their head come off, I wouldn't be laughing. I'd be like, oh, Jesus. Videos of, like, Islamic State beheadings are not that funny, are they? Because that's taking it too far. But if you just bang your head and it's still attached, that's all right. It's the dogs! He's got the little hat on his face.
Yeah, you ate the candy, huh? It's on your... You didn't eat no candy? I thought you ate candy. Oh.
This used to annoy me, right? That's an American one. Now, they've got that in there because it obviously rated very highly in America. This is before the internet, isn't it? 1994. So this is Charlie Bit My Finger before the internet. Now, we're English. We're watching it in Great Britain. We're not all English. We can be any nationality. We're watching it in England. You watch it, you. We're watching it in England. I used to get really angry that they put American clips in, because I'd be like, look, people are sending in their best clips from the UK, right? And there's only half an hour of episode, so there's only limited time. It's not fair, because that American clip, that's £200 that someone from England could have had. I was only a kid. I used to get cross with the American clips being in there. So that's You've Been Framed, and they show you the clips, right? They show you the clips. I won't do too many more, but come on. That's it. That's classic. Child hurt himself, fell over. They show the clips, and then Jeremy Beadle would just do this.
Botty. No, not Botty. Bootsy bought a bat and bought the... Oh, never mind the tongue twister. Just watch this young twister tying herself up in knots.
And I introduced them. And that's just someone's home video. It's weird, isn't it? It's not that poor quality, even though thinking about it, how many years ago it was, but it would have probably been recorded in like 480p, wouldn't it, or something? Weird. We used to just have that, though. Every Saturday, you'd be watching that. Oh, the adverts. Let's do the adverts, and then we'll play this One Night Stand. Let's have a look at the adverts, because old adverts are fine, but modern adverts, I hate it. It's psychological manipulation. But old adverts are not...
Play my new...
There she is. There she is from the Rovers. Advertising the paper. There's Bev. She's got a leopard print on.
Instant scratch game with tomorrow's Daily Mirror. There's 10 grand to be won every day. The Daily Mirror.
This was at the time. Oh, God. This is blasts from the pasts. This was at the time. Should have treated the colonies better. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Although if I went back in time, I would assume that I would take on the mantle as wealthy landowner. Of course, I wouldn't. You know, if I turn it back in time, I'd want to be Lord Scott. I don't want to be scruffing around like a serf. In the Daily Mirror, they had scratch cards. The National Lottery started the scratch card phenomenon in our country. We had this lottery. So we didn't have. You probably had lotteries in America a lot longer, Snippy Snips, but. We had this national lottery. It started up in the UK, and it was like big. And then they started doing these scratch cards, and that was big. And like now, I look back on it, it's just like gambling, isn't it? It's just throwing your money away. Gambling. They're just big telly adverts for gambling. Wouldn't get that these days. Scratch cards. Wouldn't get so many big telly adverts for it, I don't think. Or maybe you do. I don't know. But so the newspapers of the day wanted to sell their trash rags. So they used to put their own version of scratch cards in because it was a fad and a phase. That was the equivalent of a trend. Trending.
Streets ahead.
There we go. We've seen this one. Shut up, you. Shut up, you. No. That's not the real Fruit and Fibre advert, you chuffer. That's not what it's supposed to go like. It had the fella from EastEnders on the real one.
As a journalist, I'm on the go all day.
Ooh, that annoys me. As a journalist. She's not a journalist, she's an actress, isn't she? Don't think they're allowed to do that anymore, are they? Well, she might be a journalist.
As a journalist, I'm on the go all day, so I need a hairspray I can rely on. I don't want to worry about how my hair looks.
Absolutely, no one should worry about how their hair looks.
Styling used to make my hair look so unhealthy and dull.
You can tell it made your hair look unhealthy and dull because they've made it go with the... And what a weird old advert. We don't have adverts like this for hair shampoo anymore, and you can tell because it's the past. You can tell it's the past because they've put it in sepia tone. Look.
Worry about how my hair looks. Styling used to make my hair look so unhealthy and dull. Then I found Pantene.
Pantene's new hairspray holds and protects your style on the outside.
Something interesting about hairspray. I used to be...
Pantene's new hairspray holds and protects...
I used to be I am a fully qualified hairdresser, and I used to run a salon. And something really interesting in hairdressing, the stuff that you spray on your hair, this stuff, the hairspray. When I became vegan, I was like amazed to learn that it's mainly made up of prawn shells. The shells are prawns, and that the people who skin the prawns in their seafood factory have basically like a big pump, like a big waste pump, to pump all these prawn shells into the neighbouring factories where they process them into a sort of sticky polymer thing. It's part of it, honestly. So it's not vegan.
Your your style on the outside, while the Pro-Vitamin nourishes the hair.
Do they still make Pantene? I don't know. Pantene. You say Pantene. Pantini. Yeah, you're Americans. You'd say all the words. The thing about America is some Americans say it one way and some other Americans say it the other way over the other side. We do that in here as well. We've got different accents. But yeah, the other thing annoying from being a hairdresser that used to annoy me is they used to advertise this stuff like Salon Select, Salon this, Salon that. And it's not Salon shampoo, but the Salon shampoo is not that much more special either. They're just trying to flog you a load of stuff. They used to say to me, why don't you buy 20 bottles of our shampoo and sell it to your customers? And I'd say to them, because I'm not a fucking shampoo salesman, I'm a hairdresser. Stop putting adverts on the telly for your other shampoo. Like, oh, Salon shampoo's the best, you got it from your salon. But also, you can have our home version as well, Schwarzkopf home colour. But I'm buying my hair colour from you, Schwarzkopf, and you're advertising home colour. Stop doing that. They didn't help my business at all they wanted me to do was just flog their stuff.
Whatever happens, Pantene holds my style the way I like it, leaving my hair looking really healthy and shiny. It never lets me down.
Pantene hairspray, great hold and healthy looking hair.
That was a British advert, wasn't it? That wasn't in your face at all. That was very laid back. It never lets me down. There you go, look. There's the UK. They're drinking tea. You'll be surprised one of these older ladies is not what she seems.
So I said to him, only if you warm your hands. I always enjoy going round to my friend Rita's. In her day, she could have any man she wanted, and she wanted quite a few. Well, I thought she was past all that malarkey.
So Rita is off Coronation Street, the soap opera, and this is being broadcast on the same channel that broadcasts the soap opera. So they bring in the characters from the soap opera in their advertising because it sells more stuff. I also think this is possibly the same sort of target market as the the other conspiracy theorists that we've been looking at. And this woman, Mrs. Merton, right? This is how it works in my brain. You can't have it always. You can't have it always. This is Mrs. Merton. You're going to have this now. So this is Mrs. Merton, and we will enjoy her. Sadly, she is passed. Sadly, and it actually makes me feel sad because I did love the work of Caroline Aherne. Caroline Aherne and Mrs. Merton.
Carol Thatcher, put us out of our misery. Who is your famous mother? You must think, everybody only wants to talk about your mother. It's not going to be like that tonight, Carol. What's your father like?
Are you going to come on to Mark as well?
No, I'll give him a miss. Well, Carol, we could talk to you for another minute at least. Amanda de Cadenet. What's she all about? So you give very, very flowery descriptions about all these various drinks. Do you make them up? But, I do take an avid interest in sport, obviously. So, Chris Akabusi, what do you do sports-wise?
She's a character, and she was good. And there's one of her classics is Debbie McGee. And I just don't want the whole interview. I just want the classic. Oh, instead I'll take an advert though. How about you pump that down my throat? I'm not buying that now, whatever it is, because I feel offended. So there you go. And see, my brain. So Caroline is Aherne, isn't it? Aherne. And I want the checkout girl. And then I'll do one more, and then we'll do the more nightstand. I promise. This was just pure genius from Caroline Aherne. Yeah, we'll just play this one, whatever.
Humour that I love about Caroline.
Perrier water. Just like water, that, but fizzy. Expensive though, isn't it? Costs now out of the tap. Brown bread, very posh. Keeps you regular though, doesn't it? Beef. Oh, don't be the beef crisis. Oh. Anti-dandruff shampoo's that for you? Oh, that's it. Not wrong with a scabby scalp. Blue-eyed jelly. Bit of vaginal dryness.
That was very clever of her, wasn't it? And she did the nun.
Hello, I'm Sister Mary Immaculate. There are many Catholics in here tonight. Nearly everyone. People say to me, does God only love Catholics? Well, that's not true. God loves Protestants and Jews and Anglicans. He loves them all. He prefers the Catholics. Who doesn't? Are there any homosexuals in here tonight? say to me, where does the Bible stand on homosexuality? 3 times in the Bible, Jesus said, get thee behind me, Satan.
So, anyway, she does the nun, and yeah, she was very clever, gifted. Yeah, it's great to have had you here for this brief, which we're going to... Sorry, yeah, we'll get on to One Night Stand now, and you'll miss it. Sorry. But this is just a random stream. I'll go back tomorrow to doing the Tartaria... We're going to continue our investigation of body language tomorrow with Jade and her body language, and follow up on that Tartaria story. And then we're going to, you know, re-examine what we think of Martin and his... responses and all that. We're going to keep on that, but for now, for today, just for a little celebration, because the thing's working. And then later tonight I'll be playing Genshin Impact on Twitch, because I haven't been on Twitch for a week now, again, because the internet wasn't working. So now let's crack on. Now that's yours, that's in the bank, that's yours, that's safe, you keep that, that's safe, that's yours, that's in the bank. But do you want to gamble? Do you want to gamble? Well, no, you don't want to gamble. Gambling's foolish. You end up losing more money than you win. I don't think, you know, we all know, don't we? Gambling, don't worry about that. Keep your money in your pocket, you. Keep your money in your pocket. Look, One Night Stand, start game, let's go. To save in One Night Stand, select save game from the pause menu. I shouldn't think I'm going to have to, because I was reliably informed this was a short game, and to be honest, if it's not going to be short, I'm going to hightail it out of that situation quite, because you can just wake up and just chuff off. I've been in the situation where I've thought, should I just chuff off? Should I just leave now? I might wake you up a little bit and say, I'm going now. I've cleaned up your sick. Let's just carry on. When vomiting starts becoming involved, I think that's the time to say there's no more of the hanky-panky, frankly. Because I'm not cleaning it up. Right, my head. My head. My stomach. I haven't had an alcoholic drink for coming up to 10 years now, me. Personally. I don't know how many years it is. 7, 5, 7, something like that. And so I don't have these situations occur anymore. At all. At all. But yeah, alcohol's obviously involved. Drink. Lots of drink happened. Yep, there we go. Oh, the controller did me a vibrate. Got to remember to have that in my crotch. Oh, what's that noise? What's that noise? Oh, I'm waking up. Here we are. What's this? My phone. Better answer that then. Where's my phone? Oh, no. It's not one of them. When you wake up and you don't know where your phone is, that's not good, is it? To search around the room, bring up the cursor. Yeah. Doing that. Got it. Shut up, phone. Mate, what the hell happened to you last night? Gary? 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 Like Gary Barlow? Everything changes but you. I'll be 1,000 miles apart. You know I love you. It's all nostalgia today, isn't it? It's all nostalgia today. Gary, you didn't think Gary was going to be the best one in Take That, did you? Where's my big face? You didn't see that coming, did you? Didn't see that coming. Everyone knew Robbie Williams was going to have a bit of a breakdown at some point, didn't they? Everyone knew that Robbie was going to go over, you know, going to push it a bit too far at some point. But we didn't see him being the big... He did the first breakaway, and I see it now. I get you. Bit of Robbie. But Mark Owen was always the most popular. And when he did his own thing... Pants that was, wasn't it? Jason Orange off in the woods. Howard Donald off in the woods. Don't know what they do. They're off in the woods. As far as I'm concerned, they're off in the woods. I don't know what they do. It just leaves their Gary... Our Gary, doesn't it? Just leaves our Gary. And our Gary, he's actually a nice lad, isn't he? Sort of lad you can bring home, you know, meet your mum, meet your parents, meet your nan. That's our Gary. And he's done that nice work for charity, and he's done the Queen's thing, and he's moved into that sort of Saturday evening, prime time, safe seat. He's not going to go on the telly and say fuck. He's not going to go on the telly. He's not going to tweet something out about trans people not being real people or something, is he? Not our Gary. Safe bet, our Gary. He's on the piano, he's writing his lovely songs, and they are lovely. They are lovely. Don't be don't be mean about our Gary. They're lovely. Okay, earlier on it was all pop and it was this and it was that and all my bottoms out and you've got a mop. But no, now it's a bit more serious. It's from the heart, Gary. Yeah, I like it, Gary. Fair enough, Gary. You and that fella that does the choir, that gets the people singing in the choir, you and him. You should do a song together, Gary. Gary's turned out to be the best one. Hasn't he? He's still going. He's still pumping them out. He was on the Zoom. The Zoom, wasn't he, like the Queen during the lockdown? Gary's still going. Robbie, he gone a bit off the rails, mate. Could have been gone a bit off the... He's still got it. Robbie's still got it. Robbie's still got it. But Gary's officially, like, he's going to be like Cliff Richard, Gary. He'll go on, he'll be like Cliff Richard. He's the main one. He's the best one. Didn't see that coming. I thought Mark Owen was going to be the breakout star. I thought Mark Owen would be presenting the one show. That's what I thought. You never know. What, Gary, what does Gary want? Oh yeah, that's right. I was out with Gary last night. He doesn't sound too happy with me though. Should I respond? Well, absolutely. I've no idea, but I've woken up with a banging hangover. You? At this point, right, if you have had a one-night stand and you're in someone else's house, or there is someone else here, wouldn't you realise? Be on the phone. In the phone, that's me. 0% battery, so I shouldn't be waiting around chatting to Gary, but anyway. 5% battery. It's going to die. That's also interesting. So why do we say that? Why do we say our phone's going to die? Because it's not going to die, is it? You're going to plug it back in, it'll recharge. Recharge! Like America. Recharge. It'll recharge. It'll get power back up anyway, so don't start worrying about your phone. But in the UK, we say it's going to die. And then when you're at a funeral or something, or someone you know, or someone close to you, or what have you, has died, gravekeeper. Where's my word great? Where's my gravekeeper? There's my gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, me. Gravekeeper's not appropriate for when people have died, really. It's only a joke name for me. But when people have died, and then you say, oh, my phone's dead, and you think, oh shit, I've said the word dead, and they're grieving. You know, that happens. So maybe we should just knock that on the head. Not trying to be politically correct or nothing, but maybe we should just say, oh, my phone's run out of battery, instead of died. So harsh all the time. Better plug it out before the battery runs out. That's much more acceptable for me, thanks. Where's my phone charger? You're not going to find that, are you? That's not it. Oh, I've got to find it in this malaise. Why can't I focus? Oh, this isn't my bedside table. Here we go. Look, there's some girls' clothes on the floor there. Whose girls' clothes are they? This isn't even my room. Where am I? My clothes, they're all over the floor. I have to laugh. I mean, this has been written by someone, and I'm not going to... Bear in mind, this is an indie game, and I don't go hard on indie games with the negativity, unless they're really deliberately poor games just there to rip you off. But this is someone's, made an effort and they've written this. But I wouldn't speak like this in these terms. But where's my fucking trousers? That's your first one. Where's my fucking trousers? If you got them, you're all right, really. You want your shoes. They're quite expensive. You want your shoes. Once I was at school, I put my shoes on a locker and this other boy took them. I was so fucked off with it. Why would you steal someone's shoes? But they are quite expensive, so I should have been more careful. But I've been wearing them. So it's a bit grim, isn't it? But he had them. Anyway, look. You want your trousers, your shoes. That's your main bits. Anything else, optional in this. Coverage of the nether regions. You expensive shoes. Get out of there, mate. Get out. Or be polite and wake up. Well, let's see what's happened. I'm completely naked. There we go. So I'm going to want my trousers. That's... Oh, hello. Whoa. I'm impressed with myself. How have I done this? Who's this? Well, don't get too impressed. You don't know what's going on yet. Don't know what's going on there. She could turn around. She could be a right Amber Heard, couldn't she? She could turn around and start kicking off. Throwing things at you. Who is she? Let's be fair. Who are they? Because, it's modern world and when I'm drunk. Why am I in her bed? Did we hook up? I should think you might have done. Ooh. This must be her room. Yeah, I hope this is her room. But who is she? Dude, you bailed on me. I gave up a date to go drinking with you, and you wander off after one round. What the hell? Oh, you know, now see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This could be the love of my life. I'll have you know. This could be the start of the best relationship ever in the world, and I'm going to marry them. I'll have you know. It possibly won't be if she's prepared to just sleep with me when I'm that blacked out drunk that I can't even remember what's going on. It might not be. We might not have had sex. You don't know that yet. But, you know, it might be that on reflection, like, you know, the sort of girl that I want to bring home to meet my mom might not be the sort of girl that's already gone home to meet my mom on night one and left all her clothes all over the floor. I don't know. Or it might be fine. We might both be in the same boat there. You know, I shouldn't judge her for the, you know, same reason that she maybe shouldn't judge me. Or maybe she should. Maybe I'm not the sort of guy that she should be getting married to at this stage if we're waking up together on blot. Anyway, look. Thing is, Gary, let's not be too hasty. Let's not be too mean. This might be my future happiness. So, you know, Gary, you know, wingman and all that. You should know, Gary. Anyway, hang on. Wait, what's Gary doing if he's not looking after me? I got so drunk I can't remember what's happened. And Gary's just, you walked off after one round. And that was it. One round and you walked off. I don't care. Gary's all right. Gary's fine. Gary's gone home. I could have slept in the bins and ended up dead like that airman. You never know. Like, just these things happen. Gary ditched his date and I ditched him. Yeah, and he sort of ditched me as well. I don't know. I don't remember. Did I really leave after one round of drinks? That's not good, though, is it? Well, lightweight, what have you been doing? Have you been doing other things? Because one round of drinks and you're out. If Gary knew about the situation I was in, he might be able to laugh it off or give me some information. Should I tell Gary? Yes. Tell friends everything. I'm really sorry about last night, but I've just woken up in some girl's bed. And the thing is, I say that, tell friends everything. Sometimes, as we've seen with Martin Leaker, sometimes, this is a little teaching moment now, a little Scotty's wisdom moment. That's the web browser. This is my big face. Sometimes, now you've had friends for a long time, I hope. It seems to me, and I'm no expert, but it seems to me that the friends I've known for a long time, that know me for who I am, thick and thin, good or bad, you know, through the good times, those friends, they're the friends I'm still friends with now. They're the ones that I would tell anything. Someone I just met the other day because they're into the same sort of shit on the internet. Bit wary these days, I am. Some friends have not turned out to be that friendly. Someone once stole some things from my house after I invited them round to a party. You know, those things go down, don't they? You learn, you live and learn, and you write people off. But if Gary's your big friend, always, you know, talking, sharing, absolutely. Oh, that's the browser, and this is the Super Nintendo Switch. If Gary's your big friend, absolutely, always tell your friends things. And sometimes it might not be easy, and sometimes it might not come out well or whatever, but your real friends, they'll be patient with you and hear what you're trying to say rather than, you know, how it's coming out funny. And your real friends, they're the ones that will be there to do that. And if you learn through this situation, you know, if someone does the dirty on you like that Jade's done on Martin Licky, if someone does that, then you know they're not really your friend and you can write them off. And like you might have learned a difficult lesson and a hard lesson, but sometimes that's the only way to learn. So what that means is, it doesn't mean stop being open. It doesn't mean stop being honest. It doesn't mean stop trusting people. What it means is you have to keep doing that in order to find out who you really can trust. So don't be too open and too, don't give them your keys to your bank account. But, let's not write people. When I say people, I mean all other people, new people. Let's not write people off. And I'm also a big believer that people can change and that we should forgive people. But I don't instinctively feel that forgiveness is enough to then, re-establish that tight relationship as before. Yeah, move on, enjoy your life. I'm not going to beat you up over your indiscretions. I'm not going to hold you to account over things that you may have made me feel through your own dishonesty or disloyalty. But, go on and live your life and enjoy yourself. I'm not going to punish you, So, people change and learn as well. And sometimes people do something and they lose a friend. And then maybe, they won't do that to their other friends. So it doesn't mean they can't still be a loyal friend to someone else. And that's interesting as well, because same with the Martin Licky thing. You're going to have friends that are your... And then, this Martin Licky thing, she's got her friends. Jade has. She's got people who believe her and think she's brilliant. I don't. I'm not into that. But I'm not going to diss her friends because they're her friends and they're supportive of her. Because, your friends should be supportive. And maybe supportive even if they don't believe in all that shit you talk. Sometimes. I don't know. So, you know, that's just a bit of a thing to think, isn't it? So hopefully Gary can shed some light. But I haven't got any phone charger. Bullshit, you're crap at pulling, mate. You're going to need a better excuse than that. Oh, he doesn't believe me that I'm here. Thanks to the vote of confidence, Gary. So that was no help. Shit. I can't remember anything that happened last night. It's such a... Oh, wait. I'm just cottoning on. It's rude to ask. Isn't it? Because she might be thinking that I knew what was going on when I decided to sleep with her. I mean, there's another option, which is it could be worse than that. It could be that I've done a sexual assault and I just don't remember it. Obviously, I'm playing this as me, so I'm assuming there's no chance of that because I'm like, very unlikely. Nowadays, very unlikely to get drunk even, but even in a drunken state, if I get so drunk that I'm like blackout drunk, I don't think I'm the sort to be trying to sexually assault. Although, I've woken up with people, so what do I know? Like, they might have done it to me. So, yeah, it's such a blur. Leaving Gary seems to ring a bell, but I don't want to offend this girl by saying what happened. I don't even know who she is lying next to me. Where am I? This is going to be so awkward when she wakes up. But on the other side of the coin, right? It's awkward, but just so what? I've been there when it's been awkward, and I have just literally thought, this is going to be awkward then, so I might as well just get this over with. Like, I think we've done the most awkward bit. I'm already naked. Oh, this hangover's not helping. Back to Gary. If Gary's not going to take my word for it, I could take a picture. No. Nobody's taking any pictures of anybody naked and asleep. No. What should I do? Do not take a photo. What the fuck are you thinking? Do not take a photo. Number of reasons, right? Obviously, the main reason is, imagine you are lying there asleep and naked and somebody took a photo of you. You're not going to think that's a good thing, are you? So I'm thinking she might not feel that positive about that. So that's one. Like, respect people. Number two, a good reason. You see, this is good playing these games. It gets us talking about things. Another good reason not to take a photo is, let's say, for example, this girl turns out to be the girl of your dreams, boy of your dreams, person of your dreams, whatever, and you want to have a long-term relationship with them, and you know, several years, and one of these days, several years go by, and one of these days, you know, you download your old photos off your phone onto your hard drive because you're booting off the phone and you're getting a new one or whatever, and she looks through them and she sees this photograph. She's like, "Isn't that me asleep?" And you go, "Oh yeah, I took that when you were naked on our first night together after our first." And she's like, "You did what?" So she's not going to like that, is she? So it's going to shit things up if you ever want to see her again. So it's like evidence that you're some sort of weirdo creep taking photos of people. It is. It's not just evidence. You are some sort of weirdo creep. Not weird in my weird world. Not weird like me, where I paint my face and wear a jumper and, you know, wearing a jumper isn't weird, is it really? That's not weird. Not weird like me, where I once ate a moth. I once ate a moth. We were similar situation to this. I mean, I'm vegan now, so I definitely wouldn't do this. That's the web browser. I keep going there by mistake. This is my big face. Gravekipper. This is honest truth. I'm excited because we've got 100 subs. There was a bunch of our friends. We were drunk. We were at a party-ish situation in the house. Bunch of people, you know, drinking. A moth went on the wall. And I'd seen it on... You know when they do Bear Grylls and they're in the woods and the bugs and stuff, and you can eat them, can't you? And like, just to be a bit like wild, I just grabbed the moth and ate it. Rawr. And yeah, I didn't explain it to anyone. I just did it because I was feeling wild. So yeah, that's weird. I will concede that was weird. I will concede that. Oh, the camera battery's low. No problem. I've got batteries ready, piping, ready hot. So don't you worry about that, camera. Don't you worry about that. I bought one of those permanent batteries you can plug in and then plug it into the damn power point at the wall. But it won't stay in properly and it won't work for some reason. It says it's not having it. Back to this. Gary can think what he wants. My phone's run out of battery anyway. And I'm still no closer to finding out what happened last night. What should I do now? Wake her up, go back to sleep, get out. You see, this is the thing. You can't roll the... Feeling so embarrassed and worried that you want to get out. Yeah, I feel that. I see that. You know, awkward. But listen, That's going to be just as bad as taking a photo in ways, isn't it? It's not just as bad, but it's going to be on the same, you know, someone wakes up and they think, who was, what did they, where have they gone? And it hurts their feelings that you just don't care. No matter what, it will hurt their feelings that you don't care enough about their opinions and feelings to actually be there to talk. Even if they think, well, that's actually better that they're not here because it was awkward for me that they were here. I think that it's going to hurt their feelings that you just thought so little of them that you wouldn't give them the dignity and the dignity and the, you know, respect to say, you know, oh, you know, hello, at least. And also, you could be shitting up your future wonderful relationship that could be the best one ever. She might be brilliant. I don't know much about her personality because she's asleep, so I would want to wake her up. But then that's also bad, yeah, waking people up after a big night's hangover. But go back to sleep, no. What I would actually do in this situation is lie there awake in the awkward moment until she woke up. I might do some, you know, moving about just to sort of, you know, see if she... I'm not going to try and wake her deliberately, make her cross. But, and if going back to... The thing about go back to sleep is that she might then discover me and decide for herself whether she thinks this is a good or bad thing. Oh, who are you? Can you get out? Like, fine. Or, no, like, do you know what I mean? She might have that, or I pass that over to her, which is kind of a passive way of dealing with it. Kind of a passive way of dealing with it. And I'm not like that. I like to actually take control of situations and make sure things happen. I don't like things just to go on around me if I can be in control of the things. I think that might be part of my anxiety, is when I can't be in control of the things, they go on around me. Anyway, look, my anxiety, the anxiety. Wake her up. Boom, I've done it now. I need... Well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. I need answers and I need them now. I'd just be really gentle. I'd say, do you want... Hiya. Do you remember... Like, coming... You know, make a joke out of it. Do you remember me? From such films as Last Night... That was the web browser. From such experiences such as last night's drunken... From such mistakes such as last night's drunken... Do you remember me? Do you want a cup of tea? Yeah, I do have a white... I painted my face, didn't I? I don't know if you remember. It's not your makeup. I haven't been touching your stuff. I think I did it last night at some point. I don't know. I don't always go around like this, no. Well, let's be fair, love. You invited me back, didn't you? So, you know, it must have been doing something. Must have been doing something. So, let's not get on either sides of the argument here, because, you know, there could be a little bit... If you play your cards right... Oh, that was my tummy rumbling. I obviously haven't had enough food today. Didn't expect this stream to go on so long already. I was only on here for a quick celebration to announce the fact the internet now works and things are up and running, and tomorrow we're doing the final chapter of Jade's body language analysis, and then we might even look at the video that was made by the audiovisual man. And then we might also find out if someone's dentist didn't hear something about, like, Jesus Christ, the audio-visual man's piping up now. Yeah, they all want to have their little say. We're going to listen to them all, but my tummy now. Jesus. You can hold out, tummy. You can hold out. I need answers and I need them now. That's not my attitude, but I would want to wake her up. I would. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to wake someone up, is there? And say, do you want a cup of tea? Where's the kitchen? What the... Did she just throw the covers over me? She threw the covers over me. She probably doesn't want me to see her. Probably embarrassed. Is she gone? Maybe she's freaked out. Well, if you shouted at her, mate, if I shouted at her, that's well out of order. I know I am. I wonder if she wants me to leave. Go home is an option. If I just press that, the game's over, isn't it? So I'm not going to do that. Eyes of Embrace. A diary. I'm not reading a diary. Contraceptives. I'll have a look at them. There's a pack of pills on this bedside. Maybe they'd help with the hangover. No! Don't take random pills, you idiot. I can't make out the name. It's not very clear what they do. I'm hoping they're contraceptives. I can make out some of the side effects, though. Drowsiness, dizziness and memory problems may occur. Oh, that's bad. Now I'm sleeping with someone who's got memory problems. I've got memory chopping problems. Maybe they're my pills. I should leave these alone. Alright. I'm not going to mess with any other stuff, though. I'm not the sort of person to start messing with your stuff. So I'm going to play as me, and I'm just going to not mess with your stuff. Just move my face there so I can see what this is. Oh, is that an empty bottle of wine? Half empty bottle of Rioja Reserva. Sounds like we found the culprit behind this hangover. I don't normally drink red wine. That might not have been mine then. I don't know. And this is the rest of the room. I'm instinctively drawn to that. A photo. That doesn't look good, does it? That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. It could be a brother. Oh, that's the girl, though. I get an impression of what she looks like now. Which, I mean... Fine, I suppose. Fine. She's drawn in... rendered in... only 2 colours. Hair and face, and just... So I don't get much of an impression of her... I wonder who the guy is. They seem close. Maybe I should ask her about it. No. Here she is. Oh, hello. She's animated, look. Oh, hey. What should I say? Hey, are you okay? Or ... No, I'm going to say, are you okay? Because you seem a little bit, you know. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for dashing out the room like that. I hope I didn't freak you out or anything. No, I'm sure it's fine. I hope you've just gone to the bathroom to rinse yourself out. Make sure there's no little Scotty Hotties about to start turning up in 9 months' time. I'm only joking. I hope I didn't freak you out or anything. It's okay. I was just a little shocked when I was suddenly smothered by the bed covers. They're speaking for me. Sorry, I woke up feeling pretty dodgy and I had to dash to the bathroom. Hey, No Clue Moo. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I read your comment earlier and replied to it. To be honest, I'll tell you this. I do not reply to a lot of comments on the internet. I can't be arsed with it because there's so many different opinions. And if you spend your time replying to comments on the internet, then someone else will reply to what you said and with a different contradictory opinion. And then it'll just go everywhere, won't it? You know? But I thought yours was quite an important comment. And I thought, yeah, it's like I said, I'll articulate this now quickly while we're talking as well. Web browsing, that's the web browser, this is my big face. If anyone is thinking that maybe, you know, they've been following the conspiracy theory or any idea and they want to change that idea and grow and, you know, maybe they were going down a bit of a rabbit hole or what have you, that's because that's what their rabbit holes are for, isn't it? That's what they're there for. And human beings, we like stories. And I remember when I was a kid, I believed in Father Christmas, and none of the parents said, no, that's bullshit, until I saw my mom with the sack of presents, drunk, moving the presents around. And I was like, that's it. I'm certain I've busted her. But, like, you know, we like to believe things. We like to go on flights of fantasy. And ultimately, there's not even a problem with that. But it's when it gets, you know, a bit, like you say, can't breathe, restrictive, too much, too many ideas. When it gets too much, when people start making money off it as well, and when there's all these other ugly... pressures on the ideas. Yeah, I think even if, and this is the thing that I really want to say as well, like, I don't believe that stuff. Some people do. I'm not here to sort of say, I do sometimes on the stream say, oh, that's a bit stupid, but I'm not here to say you're stupid. What I'm here to say is that it's human to be confused by, like, I don't know everything. I don't know what Einstein really was going on about, do I? And I don't know what, like, you know, how to split an atom. I just trust. I hear the words and I sort of just trust, and I go with the science and I read into it as much as I can, and at some point it gets too complex. We're all and we're not specialists in everything. I'm not a specialist in history and archaeology, and I'm not a specialist in architecture. So, okay, like, you know, it's easy to be confused, whatever, but yeah, so I'm not, like, I don't think, oh, you're stupid, but I think that it's preying on people for having different ideas. That's a bit of a worry. And even if it doesn't matter what, you know, at the end of the day, we're all going to believe different things. Even your friends, you know this, we all know this, we've got friends and they're good people and we love them, but sometimes we don't see eye to eye on something. And it's just their belief, my belief. It might be about a football thing, It might be who should go in goal. Do you know what I mean? But it's not. It doesn't matter who goes in goal at the end of the day, because in our argument, because we don't pick the team. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, when I argue about who should play for England with my mates, I don't really need to have a row with my mates, because I'm not picking the team. England are going to play anyway, aren't they? The football team are going to play anyway. So what? Like, and this is what I mean about these ideas. Is I don't think they serve us. Even if the world, like, right, let's say this, right? Let's say this. Imagine if the FLATERTH was real. Imagine if it was completely like a pancake. I have to go to work on Monday. It don't make a shit of difference. I still have to go to Tesco and get my shopping. It don't make a shit of difference. Like, if someone wants to believe in Christianity and someone else wants to believe in Islam, we still got to cook our dinner tonight. So it don't make a shit of difference. Like, it's when it starts to impinge on your life, when it does make a difference, that's when there's a problem. Not if it impinges in a good way, like if it leads to financial security and mental well-being, great. But if these ideas, and this goes for religion as well, I find that some of the religious ideas, and I'm not trying to, change anyone's mind about anything here, but if they end up keeping you awake at night and making you worry, if they end up being a source of never-ending confusion and rabbit hole, doesn't matter what the ideas are, get your head out of it. It's not helping you. We all need a bit of time outside, talk to our friends, not about important, deep things, talk to my friends, just, talk to our friends on a light-hearted, one-to-one. We all need a bit of time in the sun, a bit of a break from these things. And if we don't take those breaks, it gets too much mentally, I think. And that's not healthy for anyone. Even the people, and this goes for you've seen A Beautiful Mind, that film with Russell Crowe. Even the top scientists, the top physics minds, they think about all this stuff so much, they need a break. So, we're just humans. We're just, we just got a certain amount of space in our brains to fit stuff, and there's all this stuff coming at us from all angles now these days, isn't there? There's it's not just the internet now, it's all the different channels, and there's so much information overload. It's no wonder that we all feel overloaded with information from time to time and find it difficult to decide exactly what is, look at the politics, fake news, they're trying to do it to us all the time. So I don't blame people, other than the people who are trying to push the ideas. But yeah, interesting thoughts, hopefully. And it's just ideas. All of it is just ideas. A lot of stuff in life is just ideas. And the beauty of that, the real beauty of that, is that ideas don't define you. You're defined by your actions. You're defined by whether you're kind to that person or mean to them. You're defined by whether you take the time to help the old lady cross the road, or explain the confusing thing to the 5-year-old, or pick them up when they've hurt them and hurt their knee, and say it's going to be all right. Or what I'm talking about, if you see someone on the street and they fall over, like we watched You've Been Framed earlier, on the internet I'll laugh, but in real life I'll run over and say, oh, are you okay? You know what I mean? They're the things that define you. Your honour, your integrity, your loyalty. These sort of intangible things, they come through in your acts, your kindness, your generosity. So they're the things that define you. And of course it could go the other way. You could be a horror show chuffing sex predator, which I don't think any of the people in the Tartaria are, for Christ's sake. But some people really are, and those people are defined by that. So the ideas, whether chuffing, whether Jack the Ripper thought the Earth was flat or not, didn't matter a shit. What mattered was he was stabbing people, and whether Mother Teresa, who maybe wasn't that nice after all, I don't know. Right, let's pick someone nice who's done nice things. Whether David Bellamy, whether Richard Attenborough, David Attenborough, whether David Attenborough is, believes in the Earth flat or not, he's still done a lot for the environment. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's about, sometimes people they attach these ideas to themselves, or they attach themselves to these ideas, any kind of ideas. I love Birmingham City Football Club. I've got a tattoo of it on my leg. They're my football team. I love them. But I can still go and watch Aston Villa. Jesus, they're the enemy, the opposition. But no, they're not. That's just ideas. I can abandon those silly ideas and just enjoy football. Yeah, I've got, loyalty and roots in Birmingham, but I'm not defined by it, even though I tattooed it on my leg. So I'm not defined by those ideas, and nor are you. So I'm not going to judge you or anyone for thinking something before or thinking something different in the future. And if we dispute and discuss ideas, this is the other thing. I've done these Tartaria videos. If we dispute and discuss ideas, I'm not writing people off and being horrible to people. And I hope they're not doing the same to me, because they're just ideas. And when I was a kid, I thought Father Christmas was real, and now I don't. And like, when I was younger, I thought it was great to have one night stands. I thought that was like an objective of a night out. Now I don't, you know. So things change as you grow and learn, and not for the necessarily the better or worse sometimes, but just they change, and that's good. If you're not changing, that's the worry. That's the worry, I suppose. Yeah, interesting stuff. I like talking interesting stuff that means something. At the same time, there's a load of chuff and nonsense. Right, I see everything's okay. I don't want to go into it. Oh, God. All right. Have you been awake long? She's not drawn to be a mutter, is she? She's not drawn to be like... She don't look like the back end of a bus, does she? She's not drawn like a mutter. So, I didn't think I was supposed to judge her on, like, appearances and stuff. Honestly, I tried to... You know, I tend to be drawn to people because of their personalities, really. But if they are, like, you know... If they look like they've been beaten around the head with a hockey stick recently, I tend to talk to the prettier ones first. That's just... I'm just being honest. Just being honest. But pretty is not... Like, there's no... Like, it doesn't matter if you've got, like, certain features or other features, or, like, blonde hair or dark hair. There's no definition. I'm open-minded as well. So that's another thing. That's another thing. It doesn't have to be, like, you know, it doesn't have to be the... there's no paradigm to... It's just sometimes you meet people and you think, oh, hello, I like the look of you. You don't know what it is. You don't know whether it's this or that. And sometimes you think, oh, you know, don't really think you're for me. And that's just that, isn't it? That's just how people feel instinctively. So I'm not going to judge anyone on that either. So if she feels that about me, great. If she says to me, I'm just not that into you, fine. I'm not going to be angry at her for that. In the same way as Martin Lickey shouldn't have been that, you know, once you've had a few drinks and you think you're there with the girl and you bought her drinks and, you know, you're doing things for her and offering to let her sleep at your house, and then she's off, you know, shagging some man in a van, then you might. But obviously you shouldn't. You should just say, right, fine, you in your van, have a good time. And I don't mean to be mean or anything, but please understand that I don't want to spend as much time investing in you, because you make me feel like kind of jealous in a way, or even depressed, I suppose. You make me feel like, you know, you explain your feelings and then just say that's that. I'm not being mean and horrible, but I can't do it. So I'm not gonna. I'll see you around. And if I do see you around, I'll just be pleasant and polite, and I won't make a fuss, because that's the best way to deal with that. Ooh, your kilobytes are going. Oh, my kilobytes just dropped into the red, and they're back now. But the Virgin Media did fix the internet today, so that shouldn't happen ever, they promised me. They did promise. They made a Virgin Media promise. Well, they didn't make a promise, actually. And now they're back up to flying as high as I've ever had them again, so that's fine. They didn't promise anything. They were really good, the Virgin Media people. They were. I was really chuffed with them. But they didn't promise me anything. Because we had to get the Sky binned off. You know that one, when... Because Boris Johnson and his mates, they haven't got enough money. You know, obviously Boris Johnson and his mates haven't got enough money, so we have to start paying for their, you know, we have to start paying for them more. We have to pay more, don't we? We have to pay more in our economy, so the rich people don't have to have as much tax taken away from them. That's how it works, isn't it? So the big businesses, because British Petroleum, or was it Shell? British, because they didn't want to pay, they made fucking loads of money this year, and because they don't want to give any of it away, we have to pay. So I've had to bin off the Sky. Sky's too expensive. I don't watch it enough, whatever. We just have to cut these costs. We have to do it. We're all normal people. So we had the Virgin Media come in and rip out the Sky box. They do like ripping out a Sky box, I'll tell you that. They ripped that out, chuffed it up the wall. They were kicking the thing, stamping on it. Skybox, you chuffer, you weren't watching that shit, were you? Smashing it up like that. Obviously they didn't do that. They didn't. I'm making that up. But they got rid of the Skybox, and now we've got the Virgin Media telly, which is cheaper, which is fine, and they've internet, which they were already running, is now been fixed. They did actually rip all the wires out and put new ones in. They look at these wires. It's your big end, mate. Your big end's gone. Have you been awake long? Not really, but you can't read that because of my donation thing in the way, so I need to move that. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can never, ever run a stream where your overlays and stuff aren't in the way. Nowadays, they should make games with just a space on the left or the right for your face. Not really. I was woken up by my phone buzzing. I wondered what that was. It woke me up too. Well, I wasn't trying to chip you up with the vibrator, love. It's just the phone, so don't get eggy. Sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I'm not worrying about it. I can't control if my phone rings. This is uncomfortable. Did I say that? No, don't say that. Say like, you know what? I had a really good time last night. Maybe fish for some information. Where did we meet? Was it in the first bar I went to, or did we go on to, maybe fish for some information? It's obvious to ladies. They're too switched on, they're too sharp. Don't bother with the fishing. Say it straight up, I always do. They don't like that either, but at least, so I would actually say, do I actually remember, how did we get here? I'm not sure I remember everything. That's going to go really badly, actually. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Because she's going to say, well, do you remember having sex? And I'm going to say, yeah, absolutely, it was brilliant. And she's going to say, it was brilliant, but you did that thing with the thing, and I had to say, pull that out. Stop doing that. Right, put it in here instead. Like, no. None of that happened. Like, it wasn't very good when you were crying afterwards. Look, anyway, look, no, none of that happened. What I would say, though, is I'd say something nice to her. I'd say something nice. Like, I like your room's very pretty in the daytime, isn't it? Or I like the way you've done your hair. Or that's a bad one. I like the way you've done your hair. That's not good. But I'd say something nice to her. Like, not this is uncomfortable. That make her feel uncomfortable. Think of something to talk about. Okay, wine, photograph, pills, forget it. The wine is more like, I'm not supposed to be digging around in a room, like, obviously. So saying I found these pills in your bedside drawer, that's not a good idea, is it? But I do want to raise that as a sort of issue of I'm not responsible for her, like she's a grown-up, but at the same time, I want to make sure that she's okay. So I'd like to talk about the pills and find out if she's okay, but I don't know if it's a bit too forward. I'd also like to know if we used contraception, because if I don't remember anything, that's high on the list. Did we use contraception, or do I have to kick you down the stairs? I mean, get you the morning after pill. I'm only joking. That was a joke. Kicking someone down the stairs would not affect their pregnancy in this early stage. You have to wait till later. No, I'm joking. Oh my God, don't say these bad things. It's Grave Kipper. It's Grave Kipper. Look, it's a joke. Get over it. So, I'd like to know if we used contraception, because I feel responsible for that. So, that's my responsibility big time. So, wine is like neutral. Oh, did we drink a lot of wine? Is that your wine? And she'd be like, oh, no, that's yours. And you insisted on pouring it all over me while we were doing it. You're rubbish. I'd be like, yeah, oh, yeah. Get the wine out. No, okay, we'll say wine. You shouldn't have spoiled me with that fancy bottle of wine. Fancy bottle of wine? Oh, that's not fancy. No, I've revealed myself to be an ignoramus. I do know, personally, I do know a little bit about wine. I did used to work as a chef de mise en place at a busy restaurant, and I did have an interest in food and the fine food. Tap the microphone. Don't tap the microphone. I do know a little bit about wine. I did have an interest in food and the fine food. Tap the microphone. Don't tap the microphone. There you go. Okay, it's still working though. I used to love a Beaujolais, and I used to like a really nice floral white wine, which I can't remember the name of now. But I do know a little bit. I'm not some. I don't want to reveal myself to be total. Like, I'm not trying to impress the girl, but this is me, honestly, me, and I'm not ignorant about wine. I would have spotted if it was cheap, plonk. So, I don't want to reveal. It's not impressive to a girl if you just sort of act like an idiot all the time. All the time. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I saved the fancy stuff for special occasions. Oh, what? And this wasn't special? I'll try not to take that as an insult. I'll see that as a joke. I don't usually drink wine. Oh, I'm pretty sure we didn't drink here last night. What's the bottle of wine out for then? The bottle's just what I keep by my bed. What? Who keeps a massive chuffer of wine by the bed? You keep a bottle of red wine by your bed? Yeah, I like to pour myself a glass when I read in bed sometimes. Fair enough. I'm not gonna question it. Right. Something wrong with that? No, honestly. Because I thought, obviously, you can see why people might think that having a great big chuffer of red wine by your bed might be a bit of an alky move. You can see why people might think that, so don't get eggy with me. If she starts getting eggy with me, I mean stopping for the conversation, mate. If she starts getting eggy with me, she can sit and eat her own eggs on her own, can't she? She can scramble her own eggs. And that's the other thing about this relationship advice from Scotty Hottie. I've been there. I've been through the rows. I've been on both sides of it. Like when I've been probably naughty, like wrong, wrong. I'm in the wrong. But other times where she's been in the wrong. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in the right and wrong. Nobody wins by shouting at each other. Nobody's ever been convinced by an argument. This is another thing I should say if anyone's joining us through the Tartaria stuff. I'm not here to prove or disprove on the internet. No one ever listened to an argument. No one went to the debating society, sat on side A, and then during the course of the debate they said, hang on, I'm changing sides. Let me sit on the other side. You've done really well. No, they wait till you finish speaking. They say their bit. They say their bit. Yeah, but what about this? Haven't you thought of that? No one convinces someone with an argument. It's good entertainment. Helps us watch and think and see both sides, but if you really want to help the other person or make the other person see something different, you're not going to convince them with an argument, are you? Having a big row. So when things get eggy, and I've learned this, like I said, I've never done anything like horrible to anyone. I've never hit anyone that I've been going out with or anything like that, thank you. But I've had the raging arguments. Once I threw a girl's shoe out the window and she grabbed the other one and hit me in the head with it. So that happened. All the blood started spurting out my head, and that stopped the argument really quick because she went, "Oh no, are you all right?" That's true. That is that one. God, the days I've had. But no, and I've learned from wanting to be, because I wanted to be in the argument. I wanted to stay there like Amber Heard and sort the shit out. I don't want to go away. I don't want you to go away. I want us to fix it. But I've had to say, look, it ain't getting fixed with this. No matter what you do and what I do is going to fix it. So I've had to learn, you walk away. And now I've done that, it's the best. It's the best. I've been in short-term, early stages of relationships where, and now I'm so fussy because if it ain't right, I'm walking. It's got to be perfect, yeah. So like if it's not and you don't just, alright, takes two to tango and you can't on your own. So listen, I love you, I do, but I can't stay here and do this, so I won't. I'm Johnny Depp these days. I'm off, I'm out. I'm not locking myself in the bathroom. I'm out, I'm off. And it hurts and it's hard sometimes, but honestly it's better because the other way hurts worse and is harder. Having to go through all that. If you're not prepared to work things out like grown-ups and sit on the same side of the table and bite that thing down and not argue and instead say, you know what, bottom line is I love you, so why am I saying this stuff about you? Like if I love you and I'm mean and angry and cross at you, do I love you or am I angry and cross at you? And can I put that away and not ignore, but deal with that in such a way that I don't have to make you feel bad? If I can't, we shouldn't. If I can't, then we shouldn't. And so there you go. Just walk. If they're getting eggy and you're making them eggy, where does that end? Egg everywhere. Egg everywhere. If there's something wrong with that, all right, attitude. I don't mind a little bit of attitude. Right, I don't mind. Sometimes I can play with that, but if it's too much, no. Good. Gee, I guess I can't blame this hangover on the wine then. Well, maybe I've been spiked. I don't know what you can blame the hangover. I've got no prior experience of what I've been doing. But if it were me, I'd blame that hangover not just on the wine, but on like 10 pints, on 5 double. What do I like? 5 double rum and Coke with a shot of amaretto. Like, I don't drink any of this anymore because it used to end up like this. Maybe I should have asked for something more relevant. Well, I don't know what's relevant other than the pills. But what? This feels awkward as hell. I'm going to ask about the pills. Oh no, I'm not allowed to now. Not allowed to. So I'll ask about her. I feel like I should know more about her. But to directly ask, I don't think she'd be too happy with me. Yeah, but at this stage, you've got to go for it. You can't wimp out. You've already done the difficult bit. So just say, so, have you lived here long? Like she might say, I told you that yesterday. And you go, God, do you know what? This is really embarrassing, but we were getting quite drunk yesterday. I don't remember everything that you said. Say it in a nice way. Nice apartment you have here, see? Oh, I share with my flatmates. Maybe they know what happened. That didn't help much. What do you mean it didn't help much? We're talking. What's up? You don't look so good. Are you feeling okay? I wonder if this is supposed to be like a detective simulator and I'm supposed to detective my way through this. But honestly, I do what he did on the phone. I ask my mates, I ask other people. I don't tend to detective my way through this with her unless she volunteers information. I feel terrible, I'm going to say. It's just a hangover. But what I meant to say was I feel bad that I thought terrible meant like emotionally terrible. Like I feel bad that I've done this and we're having this awkward moment. You know, I feel bad. Is there anything I can do to make this easier for you? Do you want me to go? Because I think you're quite nice and I wouldn't mind having... Could I buy you breakfast? Hey? Do you mind if I have a shower first? I can't say I'm surprised. You've already had quite a few drinks before I met you last night. Oh, there we go. Quite a few drinks. Didn't Gary say I only had one round? I'm going to get myself a coffee. Do you want anything? Painkillers, coffee, nothing. I'll take a coffee if you're having one. And that's not... I'm not being cynical here, right? But this is the truth. If she says coffee and I say I'll take a tea, then it's just a bit of contradiction, isn't it? It's just a bit different. So now she's got to fuff around making me tea and that. If I'm having coffee, take it... How do you take... Oh, I'll have it just like you. Yeah. Oh, it's quite easy, quite... You know, it's a subtle little thing, right? But it's me just going with the flow. That's how I live. Even if I preferred the tea or preferred something else, sometimes I think it's probably... And it does... honestly, there's a psychological truth to this, that you can build allegiances with people by appearing to like the same stuff as them. And people who twist people might do that. And people like that Jade, you know, oh, isn't it cute? I'm 30 years old and it's cute. Isn't it cute and nice? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're lovely. Oh, I like your hair. Oh, nice. But they're really bullshit behind your back. But I'm not like that. I'm happy to go with the flow and have what you like. Because, you know, I like coffee as well as I like tea. I don't want to be contrarian. And I appreciate that it also makes your life easier. And maybe you might like me a bit for that. Maybe there's a subtle bit of extra I know about it, which is that you will like me a bit more for that. Certainly you won't like, you know, if I start asking you if we can get the soy milk and you're not vegan and there's no soy milk, okay, fine. I'll just have it, you know, don't put yourself out on this. Don't make her put herself out on this occasion. Certainly, because I've already put her out enough. Well, hopefully I'll put it in enough. Hooray! No, look, that was a bad one. Is that okay? Yeah, should go and put the kettle on. I don't mind instant. Nope, that's fine. How do I take it? See, black, white, fancy. I'll just have black because I don't know about your milk situation and I'm vegan. Just black, please. Sure thing. See, she was happy with that. 1 minute, she's got no trousers on. She's gone. I've got to try and keep it cool. Quickly jerk off in the bed. No, this is not American Pie. Quickly get with the guitar so when she comes back in, you... Oh, I hope you don't mind. I just thought I'd play the guitar. Bit good. I'm a bit good at the old guitar. Guitar. Do you like the old... Can you put that down? It was my father's. He's dead now and I never play that. Oh, sorry. I'll just wipe the... Oh, I've not been masturbating in the bed. I don't want her to find out that I can't remember her. That's the thing, isn't it? This is where I don't agree with this game. I just blurt it out over coffee now. I'm having real trouble remembering exactly what happened. Can you talk me through it? Just so I can put all my ducks in a row. That's what I'd say. And if it got, you know... You're right. That's like... It's a cat. It's a cat. Don't bark at the cat. It's literally just the cat. She just jumped down. You know, that's the problem we've got with this game. Is it's like detective game, isn't it? But I would have said... I'd have said already... I hope I haven't weirded her out already. She seems... Oh, cool. I pressed the button to mistake. Yep, cool. It is the cat, isn't it? Otherwise someone's tearing up my carpet. I don't even know her name. I'm not going home. Has she not got a... I wonder what that is. Parlour magazines. There's some music and gaming mags. Some of the articles sound pretty interesting. I don't have time to read them. Yeah, do not be reading a magazine when she comes back in the room. That's terrible. Is that contraception? It's a condom. Well, the wrapper at least. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. You need two. One for each hand. But, you know, at least we used one. Seems we had some sense. Thank... Yes. That's one mystery wrapped up. Not completely. Where is the offending item? Where is the item? You know, where's the item? Has it been knotted and disposed of? I'd like to... I like to be the one to dispose of my own rubbish. I like to be the one to dispose of my own rubbish, thank you very much. Certainly I don't want my DNA turning up at any crime scenes, do I? What I mean is, though, they could just cut that and turkey baste themselves. They could cut that at the hole and then turkey baste themselves with it. It goes against the whole point of using it then. No, don't leave that around. That's dangerous. You want to keep hold of that. I'm only joking. Just make sure it goes in the bin. Look, here. Thanks, it smells good. So do you. Hope you like it strong. No, I don't actually. This is a funny story. It will never end. The funny stories. I went to Italy. Now, you know in Italy they like their coffee. So my friend, she didn't have a coffee machine in the house. She didn't even have a jar of instant coffee. Because literally downstairs in the building, over the road, coffee shop. Everywhere. If you want a cup of coffee in Italy, you don't piddle around making your own coffee in your house. You just go over to your local newsagent and you get they got a full deck of all the shizzle, full shizzle, like grinding the beans, all that. Not like a Costa, like a proper Italian, like proper thing. So she wanted coffee, she got it from there. But I was like, look, in the mornings, I like a cigarette on the balcony and I like a cup of coffee. So I'm just going to get myself a Nescafe. I know I'm in Italy and I know it's sacrilege, but I'm just going to get myself a jar of Nescafe. So I got this jar of Nescafe and she said, would you like me to make you a cup of coffee? Yes, thank you, please. Just 1 spoon of coffee, because she'd never done it before. I said just 1 spoon of coffee, 1 spoon of sugar. That's fine. I had the coffee. And it was like really strong. And I thought, bloody hell, but I drank it. And then we're on the bus. I started to sweat and shiver. Sweating and shivering. And I said to her, like, I really don't feel well. What was in the coffee? Did you just use 1 spoon? And she was like, yeah, just 1 tablespoon of coffee, 1 tablespoon of sugar. And I was like, what? I had a tablespoon of instant coffee. And I was sweating and shivering, and like all the caffeine got to me. So I don't like it strong. These days I drink decaf, and even that still gives me a bit of a flashback. Flashbacks to Rome. What's this game called? The game is called One Night Stand. That's why the stream's called One Night Stand. And what we do on our stream quite a lot is we play on Twitch sometimes as well. I play games on Twitch and then just upload the stream to YouTube. But we do play quite a lot of indie games. I am a big fan of indie games, and I made a film about indie game development. You can see the promo reel on this stream, and coming up this year we're going to watch the whole film on our stream, the film that I made. So yeah, I like indie games predominantly, but we're also playing bigger games like Genshin Impact as well. I play all sorts of games, but I think the indie games need the love, and you can complete them in 1 sitting, 2 episodes, whatever. They're smaller games, and there's often a lot of conversation that comes out of them as well. So yeah, I'm a big fan of indie games. Hope you like it strong. It's great, thanks. I didn't even make a sex joke. Are you holding up okay? Oh, is she asking now, is there something wrong? Did I break it last night? Holding up, I've no idea. What does she mean? That's what I mean. Is everything holding up down there? Did it hold up last night? Oh God. Yeah, okay, thanks. Good. What should I talk about? Photograph pills. I'm in with the pills now. This is me. I can't. I'm assuming the photograph is a brother, and pills. I'm in with the pills because that worries me. Are you all right? And there's some pills on your bedside table. Why were you looking at those? They were left out. My hangover. What are they for? Yeah, I'll say my hangover. Why are you looking? Answer my question with a question. What are they for? I'm going to say. I'm curious. What are they for? They're just there. I've seen them. It's not rude of me to see that. Like, you left them out. Why was I looking at them? Because I'm a human. I'm curious. What are they for? I was wondering what they're for because I'm concerned about your welfare, and I don't want to think that you didn't know what was going on. You were confused. What pills I take is none of your business. I'd rather you didn't ask about that. Right, we're not going to end up being married now, are we? We're not getting off to a good start here. She's not opening up and she's not interested. I think I might have to leave. Just don't snoop through my private stuff. Listen, love. Listen, love. Right, she's getting eggy with me again. Listen, love, this ain't fair. This ain't fair. I'm in your private chuffing bedroom. I'm in my private fucking no clothes on. You've seen all my private stuff, no clothes on. Love. Right? They're on the bedside table. They're out. You've left me in here. I didn't read your fucking diary. Did I? I'm not like Inspector Sherlock Clouseau reading through your diary. I'm not doing that. It's just they're there. And I'm worried about you. I care. So don't get up on your high horse about Snoopy, Scotty Hottie. That ain't what it is. I'm not wearing your fucking knickers, am I? I've not gone through your fucking knicker drawer. I mean, not in your... I just want to see what those... They're just there. It says adverse side effects. They sounded serious. Are you okay? And to be honest, we just slept together. I should know. They're not STI. You haven't got a problem down there, have you? Because if you have, I should know. And if you've got mental... You know, if it's depression, I should know. Because I could be making your life 10 times worse by behaving in any XYZ way. I could be more compassionate if I realised... Need to know. I need to know this stuff. We've got an intimate relationship now, love. Take it or leave it. We have. You've seen me. I've done the... We've been there. Intimate. You can't say it's not. Sure. Maybe she shouldn't have left them out if they were private. What did I chuffing say? She blew up quick anyway. I worry she's hiding something. It's not that. It's that I don't... If this is how she's going to treat me, I don't want to be treated like that. I don't have to, because we're not married, so I'm going to fuck off. Feels pretty awkward again. I should really cut to the chase and ask about last night. Yeah, go on. So, that was quite a night, huh? It was alright. Again, you're being a bit of a pussyfooting around it, in my opinion. I would cut to the chase by saying, so, did we have sex? Because there's a half a condom wrapper on the floor, but I don't know where the full Johnner is. And, you know, I just need to know. So I know that, like, it was consensual, mainly. Consensual. That's what I'm hoping. You know, I think I owe you my thanks. Thanks. I was feeling pretty down last night. I mean, how could I consent if I don't remember? Maybe I've been... I always brushed off the idea of meeting up with a stranger through a dating app. A dating app? Is that how we met? But a friend of mine met his girlfriend on there, so I thought I'd give it a try. Though it took me a while to work up the courage. Finding the right guy, getting to know him, eventually agreeing to meet. So this is not some weird one-off. But have I been on the dating app and talked to her in the past? I would know. She's got her wires crossed. And then he doesn't show up. Oh, he didn't show up. What an asshole. Well, I think I can assume the asshole she's talking about isn't me. Yeah, it's not me. But also, she's jumping to conclusions again. I know it's not nice to be stood up. Absolutely. He didn't show up. Could have been caught in a car accident. You don't know. I know you want to jump to the obvious conclusions. Yeah, Occam's razor, yeah. The most obvious thing probably is true. But, you know, I wouldn't. But that's just me again. I give people the benefit of the doubt and second chances all the time, so. I was there for over an hour on my own. After that, I was ready to jump into a taxi and go home and shut myself in for days, which is where I come in. Then I showed up. I'm glad you did. I was so down. You brought me a drink and cheered me up. Well, that's nice of me. I did. Yeah, I remember you sympathising with me a lot. You listened to me go on and on about that dating app. Douchebag. Ha. So thanks to you, the night wasn't ruined. So she got stood up last night, and we must have met after that. Maybe I was just a shoulder for her to cry on, although I am completely naked. I abandoned Gary. Yeah. I can't remember anything. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you had a good night in the end. I think Gary's a bit cross. Sorry. It's fine. We're just in the middle of a bar crawl. I'm sure he'll get over it. Why are you bringing Gary up, you idiot? Gary's not... You don't need to bring up Gary. You need to talk about her feelings. Sometimes your own feelings. You know, they're the things you need to... Don't worry about Gary. Gary's fine. She doesn't know Gary. Now he's throwing Gary in the mix. Now she's asking about Gary. Now it's Gary this, it's Gary that. You know, only ever talk about Gary. I don't want to go in your van if you're going in your van with Gary. Right, fine, love. I'm going to pull a Martin Licky on you and just chuffing leave. Yeah, I was out with Gary. We started at this bar his bro recommended, I think. It's nothing. Which bar? She's on to me. Well, I don't care. You know, I'll tell her the truth. I have no idea anything. Can't remember which bar. Which bar did you go to with your friends? I don't remember. I'm going to say that because I tell the truth. And you see, he's getting worried. Our character's getting worried here. Little lesson here for anyone out there who wants to hear it. Our character's getting worried because if they're caught out in a lie, See, they're getting the anxiety because they're afraid to tell a lie. I don't have to live in that world because I tell the truth. So you can't catch me out in a lie because I tell the truth. So I don't have to feel anxious or worried about that. I don't need those feelings. Even if it's a little bit raw or a little bit offensive or, you know, do you like my new jumper? No, I think it's a fucking horrendous mess of all the different characters from Tim Burton films and it makes you look like you're 14 years old and you chuffer. No, fine. I'd rather hear that than, oh yeah, that's nice. And then behind his back, oh, look at his chuffing jumper. So those comments on the comments, oh, we were going to talk about that earlier, I never got round to it. But those comments on the comments, I'd actually don't mind the bad comments. I laugh at them. Honestly, I've been through it before. I got trolled on a different channel, so I've been through it so far through. You know, I'm through the pipe hole, down out the bumhole now. I don't care. Like, but I laugh and I find it funny, and like so. Yeah, I'd rather say the truth. I'd rather have the truth said to me, and laugh it off than get in any of these sticky situations with making things up. So I don't remember. And that way, you don't have that sword of Damocles hanging over you. Never ever. What? And sometimes you have to pick a stinging nettle. Sometimes you have to say it straight on. And I learned this at school. The one thing I used to do that I didn't tell the truth about, the one thing I used to do. When I was at school, I got in trouble quite a lot. And when I got in trouble, because my parents were divorced, I'd have detention. And that would mean I'd be an hour late for walking home from school to my dad's house. Now, my dad was the one I didn't want to... If I told him I got a detention, like end of the world state, I was worried about it. So the detention wasn't the thing I was worried about. I had the detention, I'll stay for an hour in school, fuck you, I don't care. You know, I'll sit there for another hour with you if you really want, but, you know, we're not getting on that well, me and Mr. and Mrs. Teacher. They give me the detention. If they want me to sit for another hour, then we can do that. Fine. You know, it's only my homework time that I'm forced to do when I get home. But I didn't want to tell my dad. Didn't want to tell him. Scared to tell him my dad. Worried about it. So what I used to do was I used to not tell him. And then it used to get really bad. Really bad. Because if I haven't told him, then how am I going to turn up to the detention? Because I haven't told him that I'm not going to come to his house. So I used to just walk out the detention and go home. And then the school would be like, oh, you're naughty. You got an extra letter now. They used to send... When it got to the letter home, my dad would find out. And then all shit would hit the fan. So it's not even worth that. If you've got to pick a nettle, if you've got to suffer the sting, if you've got to pick a nettle, just grab it with, probably not both hands, use your other hand for putting the cream on after, but grab it and just pull the fucker. Don't wait, don't worry, don't think. If you've got, obviously think beforehand, do I have to pull this nettle? If the nettle's got to come out, you know, my friend broke her ankle the other day, yesterday, when they set it in the cast, they had to push her foot up. When you have to push your foot up, you got to push your fucking foot up. Right, just push my foot then, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about these things. I just rather just get it over with and get it done and live on the other side without the anxiety. I suffer with anxiety anyway because of all the things in the world that I can't control. There's so much that's contributed to my anxieties over the years. I can't put more on my plate by just being shy or a liar. So, like, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say it as it is. Some people really like that. Some people respect you for being honest. They're the people that are my friends. The people that don't like that and can't take it because their skins are too thin and, oh, you said so-and-so about me. You said that thing about so-and-so. Yeah, fucking I said it. And what? Like, you're not my friend now. Away with you, you know? Jesus. Web of a browser. That's the music we're listening to. Super Nintendo Switch. This is the Super Nintendo. I'm on the Switch and we're playing... One Night Stand. You don't even remember the bar you're at with your friends? No, frankly. So get that down your pipe hole and enjoy it. That's the first place you went. Yeah. Is it... Tick, tick, tick. You're going to realise in a minute, love, what's implied with this. You mustn't remember anything, including your Jaffa. Including your little orange, mate. So I don't think I've got some mental picture of your bush. I haven't. Don't even remember it. So you're fine. You're away with that, aren't you? That's actually better for you. In a way. Or maybe we'll get married and it doesn't matter whether I can remember what your bush looks like. Forget it. Let's not talk about these things. Wait, do you even remember my name? I've been in this situation. I say, quite happily, no, I'm not very good with names. Bear with it, because in 2 weeks' time, I still won't. You know? Like, it's just the truth. I used to run a hairdressing salon. People used to come in and I'd say, you want a bob? You want me to dye it a shade of 5'4", but your name is... You know, I can remember all this stuff about you. I know where you went to school now because you told me last time. I know what your favourite colour's this and your favourite car's that. I know all this stuff. How are the kids? Can't remember your fucking first name. Because I meet people and I forget the names. That's just me. Sorry, love. But you'll be even more unimpressed when I tell you I can't remember shagging you either. Oh my god. This is humiliating. Well, yeah, but come on. Humiliating for me, because I'm the one that can't remember this. Humiliating for you because a stranger you just met doesn't remember your name the next day after the other smash. No. You're not. Your name is not expected to ring out, is it? But it depends how you want to take it. Whatever. There's something up with her. Look, could you just get out? Ah, I've won the game. Be a winner in the game of life. Yeah, I'm a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I've won the game. That's not a word, is it? There's too many. Just like that. You're not allowed to do gang signs on Twitch. We're not on Twitch or on YouTube, so that's alright. But on Twitch, they actually stipulate in the terms of service you're not allowed to do gang signs. And that could be misconstrued as a gang sign, even though I'm just trying to do a woofer winner. Chicken dinner. Although I don't eat chicken because I'm vegan. So winner, winner. Chicken alternative dinner. Just soy protein. A big mushroom. Have a big mushroom. You'll like that. Ugh. Well, I prefer to see the chicken running around. Anyway. I've won. I'm not in a big way. I've won because I've been honest, and now she gets to be honest. No pussyfooting around it. No being ashamed of it. Obviously, she wouldn't say that to me if she wanted to marry me, would she? She wouldn't say that to me if she thought I was brilliant. Dawn, Emma, Heather, or Rachel. We can guess, couldn't we? Could give her a... Do you know what? You could guess, and you could just choose the most popular girl's name, and then you've got a statistical chance that you might. But I should have looked on the tablets. They should have said, you know, prescription for a certain. But if you lie and you say you know her name, you're going to get caught out because she's going to say, "What is it?" And then you're going to go, Hemrichal, isn't it? I think I remember you saying from the... Oh, this is another good one. You never told me your name. Don't you remember? You never told me your name. Throw it back. Bat that right back. What's my name? What's my name, baby? What's my name? Like, no. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie to you on the second playthrough either. I don't know your name. I don't think it's even wrong to not know it. I mean, you don't know your nan's name until you're about 20 years old, do you? You don't know your own nan's name until you're 20-year-old. She's called Nan until you reach 20. Do you? Don't know your own nan's name until you grow up. So yeah, I don't think it's a fail that I don't know your name. Alright. Super Nintendo Switch. I think we've won the game though. I think even if it ends, that's a win. What? You don't even remember my name. I've had enough of you snooping around asking... It's a bit unfair, isn't it? Enough of me asking questions and snooping around. It's a bit unfair. Pot calling the kettle black. You've asked a few yourself. You know, you've asked a few yourself. And to be honest, I haven't snooped anywhere. I'm still naked in bed. I haven't opened any of your drawers. It's rich, isn't it? And I wouldn't reply to this. I just get my stuff and leave. You think my pills have something to do with your hangover, don't you? No, I thought you might have like, you know, I thought they might be depression pills or like two things I was worried about. One, like mental health issues, because basically getting someone drunk and shagging them if they're going through a period of mental distress might not be the best thing to do, and you might not, you know, react to our future. You know, if I said, do you want to go out for dinner, and you say like no because you took advantage of me, and I say, well, I don't think I took advantage of you, but you'd say, oh, but didn't you know I was like, no, I didn't, you wouldn't tell me. Anyway, I just need to know. where I stand on that. And the other thing is, if you've got a serious medical condition that's transmissible, that you're still taking pills for, if you've got an infection or something, I need to know that as well. So, you know, and the third thing on this list is we're human beings. And I challenge anyone to go around anyone's house, anyone in the world that they don't really know that well, see a packet of pills on the table and not think, ooh, wonder what they are. Challenge anyone. Frankly, love. So, let's not get funny ideas. What? I never said that. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? So no, that's a bit unfair. Thought crime now. I'm a thought crimer. And for what? I don't even know you. Why are you still here? Yeah, I wouldn't be arguing this out with her. I'd be leaving. Just let me grab... No, get out of here, please. I'm shocked by her sudden outburst. Not really. I'm not shocked. I just want my clothes. Was that how she felt all along? I get my phone. She forces me out. I'm stood outside her home. She slams the door. I'm outside, alone, completely naked. There is not... You have not got a chance in the world that you're pushing me out that door in the nud. Not a chance in hell. Not a hope in hell. I'm not leaving in the nud, am I? Fully butt kiss. Just me little Percy tuck-in. No thanks. Because it'd be cold. It'd be little Percy. It'll all be shriveled. It's cold. It's not always like this. You know when you go to the sexual health clinic, right? You know when you go to the... I don't know if you do. I'm going to just talk like a grown-up. I don't care. You go to the sexual health clinic because you're a grown-up. You should do. Every once in a while. Probably not through COVID. Or maybe because you... I didn't do any shagging in COVID because I wasn't allowed to meet up with people. But anyway, look. You know the old... I'm not normally like this. I don't normally talk about sexual things on stream. But what I'm saying is you should go and regularly make sure that your sexual health is in good health, shouldn't you? Well, when you go there and they examine you, it's like it knows. It's like it knows. It's not coming out. I'm not coming out for anyone. They want to stick things in me. I'm not coming out for anyone. They want to stick something down. I'm not coming out for anyone. You. And they're like, oh hello. Don't you work with my wife? No, I probably. Oh god. Oh, don't I know you from the golf club? No, you just get on with the job. Stick the thing in me and let me leave. And I don't tell them. It's not normally like this. It's normally a lot more, you know, there's normally a lot more of it. Frankly, you've scared him. I don't tell them that. I just let them think whatever they think. So here I am, outside in the nud, freezing. It's shriveled up. The neighbours think I'm alright. I can hold my own. Well, I can't right now because it's all shriveled up, but generally I can. Look, I'm outside. I've been binned off. I consider that a win. I still consider it a miniature win. Don't even need those. Can I have my shoes? My shoes are expensive. Other than that, I don't even... It's still a miniature win. And I'll tell you why. I'm ringing the doorbell. She doesn't answer. It turns out she's a proper chuffer. I don't want any more to do with that chuffer. If it costs me a naked... Look, if it costs me a naked walk home to find out that chuffer's a chuffer, I came out easy. I got off... She might have spiked me. You don't know. I might have got off lightly here. She's a little bit jumping to conclusions, slamming doors. I've got off lightly here. In your desperation, you bang on the door. The noise only starts to attract unwanted attention. You decide to leave. Yeah. So this feels like me. I'm happy with that as an ending because that feels like me. There we go. I spot some... Yes! I once rode home on a child's bike, but I didn't steal the bike. The bike had already been stolen by somebody else. It was abandoned in the road. And I thought, thank fucking God. I know it's a child's bike, and I took it back to the same abandoned space the next day. And my legs were killing me, because it was hard to pedal this child's bike. I thought, thank fucking God. I'll get home on that. So I've stolen someone else's clothes. I wouldn't steal. I'd take it back the next day. But yeah, that's fine. Wearing a stranger's bedsheet, I try and find my way home. That sounds like me. That's fine. I'm happy with that. That was humiliating. Yeah, she got humiliated. I got humiliated. I mean, what more could you expect? get really drunk and shag someone. Like, it's not going to be like wake up in the morning and like bed and breakfast and happily ever after, is it? Not in my experience anyway. Actually, it's never worked out well. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a one-night stand that worked out well. Congratulations, you've unlocked the ending. Oh. Walk of Shame. Good. That fits me. That fits me perfectly. Walk of Shame. Happy with that? Fits me perfectly. In fact, that is the exact way most of my... I get my clothes, but I have to stumble out of there at like 6 in the morning. Most of my indiscretions of this nature, I've stumbled out there at 6 in the morning, not knowing where I was, had to do the Walk of Shame. Yeah, happy with that. I got to unlock... Ooh, there's clues. Except I'm not going to play this game over and over again. If you want to find out what happens on these other 12, is it? 3, 6, 9, 12. On these 12 endings, then that's on you. Some roll credits. Game by Kim Moku and Lucy Blundell. I mean, that is... Wait, too much music now. Let's tone it down a little. That is impressive, isn't it, though? Like, you know, earlier I said about the writing and I wasn't going to critique it too well, because I wouldn't say that, but, you know, it's writing and it flows and it works. You're talking about two people doing the whole thing. The art style's got its own character to it. At no point did I say, oh, the graphics are shit, because they're really not, you know, anything special, are they, the graphics? But that little animation keeps it feeling alive. That all it is taking frames of animation, instead of repeating the same straight frame like the phone line, like the lines around the phone are straight. You just draw a few more animation, you know, draw a few more frames, and it just makes it come alive. It's something small, but it makes it work, doesn't it? It felt acceptable. It gave us enough conversation points to think our way through. The people felt realistically written. Maybe not me. Maybe I would have been, but I am a bit different, a bit extra. But certainly the her character felt legitimate, and at no point did I say, "Oh, she wouldn't say that." I could say the humiliation, the feelings. That seemed to be. Yeah, I think they are the... I don't want to say correct responses, but legitimate feelings that would have been brought up by those situations, well thought out. And it's different, isn't it? We're playing a game here, so you don't actually have to go and sleep with someone and wake up and think, oh my God. But it's a game about something that maybe some people have already done in their life, or maybe other people may not choose to do based on experience of seeing this and think maybe it's not the best thing in the world. That's how you feel in the morning. I didn't realise this, that and the other. And also, you can play through it and get different endings. 12. So I'm sure one of them's like a we get married and it all goes well. And I'm sure there's some other story to uncover. So maybe there are reasons to play it again. For us on stream, maybe not. For the people at Kinmoku, Lucy Blundell, go and buy their little game. It only cost me about £1 on the... I buy things on sale, so I waited till it was on sale and it was only about £1. So I don't feel ripped off in any way. I feel like that was good value for money. It's been good fun. Yeah, I can happily say that. We've done 2 hours on stream now. I'm really chuffed. I'm having a good time. I'm going to come back tomorrow and start ripping into Jade again. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I mean, she shits her own bed. She's doing the Amber Heard. She's shitting in her own bed. So it's not hard. I can rip this. There's not much to rip on. This is a bit silly to try and reiterate her point here, and then to stir up emotion and to gather the crowd because someone else has joined. One other person in the world made a video that's similar, in that they say they're not happy with Martin. It's not the same as her. They're not suggesting he's a sexual predator like she is, but and when I watched this video, there were some points that I could point out that were a bit like bit of a wavy flag again. Like, some people are going to get a bad egg vibe off Martin. I do, because he does manipulate the situations. You know, he does tell porkies online. For example, the audio-visual guy cost loads of money, and it turns out the audio-visual guy came free. So he'll tell you a porky when it's about money or distress or worry. You know, sympathy and all that, sympathy votes and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that he's a sexual predator. It doesn't mean that his behaviour towards Jade was predatory. And she can't stand the thought of anyone else getting into the same situation. She's not trying to protect women. Don't get the wrong end of the stick here. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Jade's trying to twist things, and she knows that they're the things that she can use to twist the most. They're the things that she can get the most twist out of. But predatory's a bit rich. Jealous, yeah. Possessive, maybe. And to the extreme where he put his hands on you or checked your phone or anything like that, no. No. To the degree where he was upset and it came out as anger over your flirting with other men when he felt that you were developing a relationship, yes. But again, you could have drawn a line in the sand very quickly and easily there and said, Martin, we are never going to have any sort of relationship like that, and I'm going to stop twisting you and being coy and use, I'm going to stop all that around you because it gives you the wrong idea. Let's draw a line in the sand and say that. No, none of that. None of that. I wonder how many people Jade has made feel like that in the past. And we know that can happen to people, don't we? So I feel a bit sorry for Martin, the way they're bullying him, the way they're twisting things. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to do the second half of Jade's body language tomorrow. It might make me feel angry, it might wind me up a little bit because I don't like bullies and mean people. And I've got no iron in the fire, and I've looked into Martin, and I agree, totally agree that you cannot, if a girl's wanting to go and talk to another fella at the pub, you cannot. I've got one thing to finish this on here, this ice cream video, so I'll finish on that in a second. It's a good ice cream video, so you'll like it. But yeah, you can't go, being bossy boots with women in the pub or whatever. But I can also see, he's made his mistake, and it's not that huge. It's not an awful thing, is it? It's not an awful thing. It's not like putting your hands on someone and doing something horrible. So, lest I be educated further. Tomorrow we're going to come back and we're going to carry on with our what did I say? Future of the past, body language analysis. But now the stream is working fine. You'll see all the body language I'm talking about. She does a really big cue in the end of that video, so I need to get to it. We'll do that tomorrow. And as this is happening, that happened 5 hours ago. I am not the streamer that's going to be, oh, you posted a video, quick, let me get on right now and react. Quick, the drama. Oh, the drama. Oh, he said, she said. I'm not doing that. She is. She's well on that. So I don't even care to do that today, even though it happened today. I'm not into it for the clicks and views for that. I just, I think we should just talk about, we've learned about these people through our learning, through our investigation. It's just coming up. I'm just dealing with what's in front of me. And so we are going to finish that off as promised. And then to finish today, I've got something special. This is CraigShip.com. He's got 40,000 subscribers as well. I've got 100, but as a little celebration, this is Craig Ship. He's made this video about Hoffman's ice cream, so I think we should watch it.
Newsflash, April 2022.
And you might think this is you having brain damage and my stream stalling, but it's not. It's just a series of photographic images edited into a video. And again, you might think this is an advert, and it kind of is, because I think he's made this for these people as like a video project, because Craig Ship is a videographer, I think. That's why I'm following him. But I like this video he's made, so let's watch it. It makes me feel happy.
Newsflash, April 2022, the new ice cream machine is in.
And of course, I'm vegan, so I don't eat ice cream like that. But it still makes me feel happy, even though I don't think that it's good for animals if we do that. We can have ice cream that's basically the same without killing or hurting any animals. So, but I like the video.
Newsflash, April 2022, the new ice cream machine is in place and it works great. The ice cream is fantastic. And tell us, you have something special going on with the ice cream machine.
Yes, we got rid of, we're in the process of getting rid of the old ice cream machine that's been here, 18 years? Since 88, I think. And I'm getting a new, efficient, quick recovery Taylor ice cream machine so we can have faster self-serve for people. That was a hang-up with the old one. Check out our ice cream. If we have specials, we'll run it on Facebook. Everybody likes the black raspberry, and we will have the hot fudge, and we're going to expand it as we go. So just watch Facebook. It'll be there.
There you go. You're making me hungry already. All right, thanks. And thanks everybody for watching. Remember, like, comment, and share. It really helps these folks out.
If you enjoy local content like this, please like, comment, and share this video. If you own a local business, please join us.
See that? I thought that was brilliant. He's my favourite.
It'll be there.
There you go. You're making me hungry already. All right, thanks. And thanks everybody for watching. Remember, like, comment, and share.
There he is. Videographer. He's got all the kit, right? And he's got all the kit. Like, look at his bag and his camera and all that. Like, he's got one of those. He's got a wireless mic. I don't have a wireless microphone. Though. He's got all the kit. He's made this video for them. And I critique videos because I'm a media producer. I'll show you some of mine sometime, another day. But I'm not critiquing this one. I like it. It's got this kitsch value. I'm sure he's doing this deliberately, isn't he? Sure he's doing it deliberately to have this sort of kitsch, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I've made a bad advert by mistake. But it will trend and go viral because it's actually so bad it's funny, sort of thing. He knows he's doing that. He knows he's doing that. Doesn't he? That's why I like it. I'll play it one more time.
Newsflash, April 2022, the new ice cream machine is in place and it works great. The ice cream is fantastic. And tell us you have something special going on with the ice cream machine.
Yes, we got rid of, well, we're in the process of getting rid of the old ice cream machine that's been here, what, 18 years?
Newsflash, the old one's 18 years old. The ice cream was coming out all brown and that wasn't the chocolate flavour, so...
Since 88, I think.
Since 88, they've had the old one. Shut up about the old one. That's not what we're supposed to be talking about here. This is a news flash for your new ice cream machine. I don't care how long you've had the old one. This is the new one. We're moving with the times, look. So, news flash. You got all your fridges. 1, 2, 3, 4. All different fridges. All different. Bread. Now you've got ice cream as well. We've always had ice cream. It's a new machine.
And I'm getting a new, efficient, quick recovery Taylor ice cream machine so we can have faster self-serve for people. That was a hang-up with the old one. Check out our ice cream.
The editing, you know. It's like we edit to this shot, yeah? And then what I would do is I'd start this shot as about there maybe. Let's see how long it goes.
Check out our ice cream.
2,
if
done.
we have specials, we'll run it on Facebook.
But I'd leave the bit of the ice cream at the end. See, I wouldn't start with all this boring a lot of footage of the ice cream machine you don't need. This bit here where nothing happens, look.
A new, efficient, quick
all that can be cut.
Recovery Taylor
that can be cut. Nothing's happening.
Cream machine so we can have
that can be cut. I can't see the ice cream going in.
Faster self-serve for people. That would,
right, now I can see it, so we want to start the edit somewhere around here, but we don't want it to go on too long, so I only want 1 or 2 turns before you pull it away.
Was a hang-up with the old one.
1, 2, we're done here. 3, 4 turns, so I have to cut that again. I have to make it shorter because I have to start a bit later because 4 turns is way too many. Why are you piling the ice cream up like this? I don't know. Anyway, we just want a quick shot of it going round, round and pull.
Have specials, we'll run it on Facebook.
That needs to come up to camera, the big ice cream, and that's the thing you're selling, so you want to see that. You don't want to cut immediately to the empty one, and then you want to put the strawberry sauce and the nuts, all that, just go mad. Just, even if it's not exactly like you'd sell it, just go mad. Put all that on, make it look decadent. I wouldn't have this tattooed arm. I'd get someone without a tattoo on the wrist. I know some people like tattoos, that's fine. It doesn't matter whether you have a tattoo or not in life, to me. But because this is an aesthetic sale of your ice cream, I choose very carefully your arm model. And the most hench tattooed forearm, it wouldn't be my choice.
Everybody likes the black raspberry.
Everybody likes the black raspberry.
And we're going. We will have the hot fudge, and we're going to expand it as we go. So
we will have hot fudge. So again, by the time you're watching this video, we'll have hot fudge. We have hot fudge. She's having difficulty. She's just thinking the words, she's just saying them. But this is an advert for your business. So I'd write them down as like a little script. So I wouldn't be going, yeah. And if I was editing it, I'd just edit all that crap off. So it just said, we have hot fudge. I would edit that. I'd make her sound a lot better than she naturally did. Because I want it to be a bit of a professional.
Just watch Facebook. It'll
watch
be
Facebook.
There.
There you go. You're making me hungry already. All right, thanks. And thanks, everybody, for watching. Remember, like, comment, and share. It really helps these folks out.
But I'm not being that mean because, you know, he's got all the gear. He's got loads of money buying all the kit. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. But I do. I like his videos. They make me laugh. It makes me feel happy, even though it's a bit of a bum product. You know, if you charge people money for that video, it does my head because I do a 10 times better job. But if you're doing it for free and just helping them out, it's no problem. It's just a bit of fun. And there it is, you know, local business. When they drop a new local business video, I like to look at it on craigship.com on YouTube. He's called his name on YouTube craigship.com, which is well confusing. That's well confusing because people will think to go to the web page, but actually you want them to go to your YouTube page or either or. I don't know. And the videos come thick and fast. Well, there are videos. Here's Hoffman's Market again. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? It's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes. No, you're not allowed. We'll do it next stream. These are saved for our stream endings to make the endings good. So don't you go subscribing to him and watching him. You just keep it 55th Street right here, and I'll bring all that shit to your door. So you be good, my little puckos. I'm now going to go and eat, feed the dog. I'll be playing Genshin Impact on Twitch a little bit later, and it won't be a big party stream on Twitch later. It will just be me quietly playing Genshin Impact. I'm not going to be trying to entertain. I just want to play a bit of Genshin Impact on stream because I haven't done for a whole week because the internet was down. I want to make sure we keep up with that. And I do love the chuffer of a game. It's a brilliant game. So you be good, my little puckos. You be good, and I will see you anon. And remember, if you can't be good, yeah, if you can't be good, then you might just wake up one day and there'll be someone else there, and you won't know who they are or what the chuff, and they'll start asking you about your tablets. It'll make you well cross. So if you can't be good, you're naughty. Oh, hello, capital K. Quick before I go, I look like Urzamila. It's just this white face paint that I got for the grave kipper look. It's just this white face paint. I got it for the grave kipper look. This is my look on stream. It's like everyone's got a look, haven't they? You know, these days people have got to have a look and a vibe, haven't they? You've got to have a bit of a... That's one night stand. You've got to have a look, haven't you? You've got to have a look. Like a... You know, people have got to have a thing, a look. Like a... I thought I'd use white face paint so I'd look gothic. And now I'm saying it out loud and I've got it on my face. It doesn't quite... It's not cool like I thought it would be. Is it? It's not cool like I thought it would be. It's not... I don't think that's going to go trending, is it? It's not cool like I thought it would be. It just is what it is. So, yeah, I'll be on Twitch later. You be good. You're all naughty. You're all naughty and good. You're also good. But you're naughty. And if you can't be naughty, if you can't be good, then you're naughty.